Five Gaming Things is a mature-rated podcast. Listener discretion is advised.
Alright, so this week on Five Gaming Things.
VR news from the GDC.
Heroes of the Storm is in technical alpha.
We talk about WildStar.
Infamous Second Son has day one content for free.
We ask you if you like games that make you cry.
Oh, some more on Five Gaming Things. Alright.
Music biography.
Alright, so the music bio this week is by a guy named Breaker, and this is his first album ever, I guess, it's called, of course, the Breakout EP. And his music bio is, I am a 17-year-old artist that uses a Game Boy, among other things, to create music. And yeah, this is his first album, and it's not too bad. So, that is the music bio. Yay. Alright, it's getting pretty late, so we should get on this shit. Everybody's... Right. Everybody's got drinks and pooped and ready to go?
I might need to get a refill.
Well,
later.
No. Why not just grab it now?
Because I do not wish to get up.
I can wait.
Oh.
Okay. Still don't want to get up.
I can. I mean, are you gonna want to get up here in like a couple minutes?
No.
All right. So welcome to 5 Gaming Things, the podcast that's about 5 video game topics. I'm your host, BGO, aka the Big Game Over, and with me as always is Janelle.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Oh my god.
You know I had to.
I'm totally gonna restart everything.
What are you talking about?
What?
I'm not going anywhere, dude.
All right. So welcome to 5 Gaming Things, the podcast that's about 5 video game topics. I'm your host, BGO, aka the Big Game Over, and with me as always is Janelle. And also, with us tonight is our other host, Necroxus.
Hi.
Glad everybody's having fun tonight. It's a fun night to have fun. So, show news right off the bat. We got an email from Nika. Nika says, I was so glad to hear that Necroxus is permanently joining the cast. He's been my favorite guest on the show, and many times I've thought about writing in and suggesting he be offered a permanent spot. I really enjoy hearing his take on things, and it's funny to hear him duking it out with Jan from time to time. So, thank you.
Cool.
There you go.
Thanks, Nika.
Email.
Hi, Nika. I got your other email.
Yeah, there was another email about WildStar that we'll get to later. And then we also got another email about WildStar from Rec that we'll get into in the topic, because that's one of the topics today.
Now he's not a robot.
Really?
I said you are a robot, and now you're not a robot.
Oh, all right. Is it gone, though, at least?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was the emails. Thank you for those. And
Yay!
any other show news?
I think so.
I don't know if it counts as show news, but I'm finally going to start recording that science fiction radio play that I was talking about a while ago.
Oh, right on.
So I'm hoping to record that on Monday. I broke down and I'm ending up being the voice actor on that, and that's going to be a thing unless I decide I can't stand the way I sound. And then I'm going to rewrite the female part to be a dude.
That's,
I'm telling you, gay guy.
right.
No, she doesn't, even as a gay guy, she's fucking annoying as shit as a dude. Like,
That's what I'm saying. You gotta make it a stereotypical, annoying gay person.
no, then I'll get all the gay hate mail.
I'll tell them shut the fuck up, and then it'll be
I'll
good.
have you come on as a guest star. You'll be all gay, and you'll, like, make fun of the gay guy.
Sounds good.
You'll be all straight and make fun of the gay guy. That's what I'm saying.
Perfect. I could. Yes.
Oh, Musafer's got some show news. He said he sent those toys.
Yay! So we'll give those away. Maybe next week. If not next week, then the week after next.
So, yeah. What toys are these?
He didn't tell us.
What if they're dildos?
Expecting.
I think one of them might be.
Okay. Yes, please send Jan all of your dildos. She will.
As long as they're not used and still in the original packaging, you can do that.
Or sterilized if they're used, right?
No, I
No.
won't take them if they're not in their original packaging
Being left out of it.
and unopened. Listen, you want to buy, like, a really expensive sex toy for me, I'm not going to say no.
Right.
I'm going to... And if you're weird enough to want me to use it, you will be able to know that I will use it.
That's, all
You're
right.
like the Black Mamba.
So,
We might have to have a whole new podcast for that. 5 dildo things. Or something.
We can make everyone uncomfortable.
Right.
Hopefully, this is not the podcast that the E3 guys listen to.
Yeah, hopefully. Holy shit.
I really hope it's about that.
It might be. You know what? I'm going to email them this week, so this might... Should I just wait a week, and then maybe we'll try to have a clean show, or should I... Fuck it.
Fuck it.
All right. So, let me start up the soundboard, and then we'll do the next thing. Wait, which button? There it is. All right, and then I press this.
What shit did you do this week? What shit did you do this week?
All right, so
Sorry, chat room.
what?
The buzzing.
The bullsing?
You turn on. You started your soundboard
right.
generator,
Yeah,
right? And it like buzzed the shit out of the chat room.
yeah. Sorry. All right, so what shit in video gaming did you guys do this week? Who wants to go first?
I played Civ 5 and Hearthstone and Papers, Please and South Park.
You got the South Park.
I got the South Park.
You never even fucking told me at all this whole week.
Uh-oh. Did my Skype just lock up? Hello? Come in? Come in. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you got the South Park.
I got the South Park, and Nick was mad at me because I didn't tell him.
I fucking am.
So I played the South Park. I was a rogue, and I sided with... Who did I side with? I sided with Kyle.
On the
Because Kyle, and he's a New Jersey Jew, and how can you not side with that?
Also, let's be honest. You totally thought Cartman was lying.
No, I didn't care. I really, really did want to stick with Cartman, but I wanted to see what Cartman would say if I betrayed him, so I had to betray him.
He's not too happy about it.
No, he wasn't, and he was like, "It's gonna be really cool, douchebag, when like you betray Kyle at the end, right? Right? That's gonna be really awesome." I'm like, that's not gonna happen. But I was like, that's not gonna happen. But that really should be an option. And it was an option.
Yep.
So
I can't wait for this game to go on sale so I can justify buying it.
dude, it is so good. And it was on sale. I got it for $50.
No,
So
I'm
did you beat
talking
it?
30, but
I beat it, yeah.
how
I
fast
really liked
how fast did you beat it? That's what she said.
I spent a weekend playing it.
All right.
So
Yeah, that's about what I
I
did.
mean, and I did fucking everything in the game. I did every side quest. I found all the fucking things. I didn't get all the friends. I think I'm 15 away. But I got really close.
Right on.
I found the crab people. Crab people.
What did you-
Crab people.
What did you think about the end?
Talk like
someone in Mr. Slave's ass.
Look like not
Oh,
a crab.
jeez.
Talk like people. Yeah, going in Mr. Slave's ass. When you guys were like, when I'm in the butt, and I'm like, how the fuck do you go in somebody's butt in this game? And then I found out, and I was like, oh my god, this game is amazing!
Right.
You know what? At that point in the game, as you're almost at the end, I was just like, there's nothing else they can even fucking
Did
do.
you know if you walk out of that room and you don't go up his ass, the nuclear bomb goes off?
Yeah, then the credits roll.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Like every other game, they wouldn't let you leave the room. They'd be like, no, you gotta go up his butt. And this game, they're like, nope, nuclear bomb. Boom!
Spoiler alert, but
No, that's a secret ending that most
Oh.
people don't find.
Also, just saying nuclear bomb, you have... Considering the storyline of the game, you have no fucking idea what
This is what I just told you, Biggie. If you don't go up Mr. Slave's ass, you set off a nuclear bomb. Like,
Well-
most people starting the story have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. It's not a spoiler at all. Like, I heard Necro and Rioris talking about going up someone's ass, and something about, zombies, and I'm like, I don't understand how any of these things happen to have to do with this game until I found out. And I was like, oh!
Right.
Game is good.
Game
We should
is
buy it.
really good. It really is. The story is insane. And Stan's dad is so funny. Like, when you're in that clinic and you're hiding from the FBI, that was one of my favorite scenes.
My favorite scene is in the bathroom at the community center when he's teaching you to fart.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then you trick Mr. I forgot who it was. Look the other way, and he just goes, Kia! And just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, it's
For
like,
no reason.
Mr. Mackey, no! Farting's bad, okay?
Oh, boy.
It was a really good game. And I had a blast. I really, really did. I keep meaning to do a replay, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Necro can look up and see how many hours I spent in the game.
Oh, I can. Mages are fun. If you do, you should play a mage next time.
I kind of want to play the Jew class.
I'm playing Jew right now. That sounds really weird. They're okay.
The
I don't have
Rogue,
much fun with
the
them.
Rogue was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So how many hours did I play?
Oh, I I turned on Steam and then just sat there looking at the screen.
Well done. Well done.
Right.
I can tell you in a second.
So, you're giving it, what, the fucking awesome rating?
Fucking awesome. Yeah,
Alright.
it really was.
I just don't know if I can justify $60 for it.
So spend 50.
Well, I mean, the most I want to pay for it is $30.
And I think you're doing the game a disservice by not paying at least 50. It is that good. It's not worth $30. It's worth way more than that. It's the quality is gorgeous. The music is amazing. Like, oh my god, Cartman singing that weird, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Necro, the Cartman music in the background.
Oh, just like as you're walking through the
Yes! Like, I've never enjoyed the music in a game this much, ever. It was so great. Everything is so well put together. All the voice acting is phenomenal. Everything is voice acted. Everything. There are no, like, text box that pop up. If you want to talk to someone, you actually talk to them.
The great thing about music is music often is used to, like, accentuate the game. The music in this game is, like, a joke in itself.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be times where the scene changes and music will start playing, and I'll just fucking lose it.
Oh, and God, if you guys have been wondering, the Underpants Gnomes, they do show up.
Yeah, they do.
They do. The Underpants Gnomes, they show up. That was, I think, my favorite. Oh my god, the end boss fight of that one. Can I spoil it? Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! If you don't want to hear this, skip ahead 30 seconds! Fucking, like, the boss fight, you fight the boss while your parents are having sex on top of you.
Yep. And you have to dodge your dad's nutsack.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get this game, aren't I?
Yeah, you need to get
It's
this
good.
game. It is that good. Like,
And that's what I was talking about with the music, like when that scene starts and like the music starts playing.
Yeah, right? It was great. It was so fucking fantastic. And this scene starts at, oh shit, it's been 30 seconds. Spoiler alert, skip forward another 30 seconds. Like, the scene starts and I'm like, your parents are having sex on top of you. You're having a boss fight while your parents they're having sex. I'm just like, my brain melted. It's just like, this is not a thing. How can this be a thing in a video
Not even
game?
the worst part of the game.
No, it's not. It was just like the best part of the game.
Yep.
Oh my god, I love that. I loved it so much. Oh, and the aliens, the Moo aliens make a sneaky little show thing. It's, oh my god. The whole game, there was not a shitty part of that game. Not a single shitty part.
Nope.
Wow.
Thought I was just bullshitting last week or whenever I reviewed it. Nope.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things. I just...
oh my god. BioShock Infinite had a couple scenes that were boring to me. Usually involving what's-her-nuts.
Yeah.
And I loved that game and think it's a $60 game. Like, Persona 4, which I actually think I got for $50. No, I got it for $60 because I got the collector's edition. But it was $50. Is the second time I've bought that game. Like, I own 2 copies of that game. And even in that game, there's parts where it's boring. The combat is totally interactive. It never gets dull. And it's a turn-based combat.
Right.
It's ridiculous. I've never had turn-based combat that's not boring. Even in Final Fantasy VII. That's where they introduced the interactive combat in Final Fantasy VII. Or was that 10? I think it was 10. Sorry, I'm mixing up my Final Fantasies because I don't like that game. Snap! What now?
24 hours, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how much time I played. 1 playthrough.
That kind of justifies the money. Fuck it, I'll get it. I'll get it, you assholes.
Even if you beat it in 10 hours, you replay it. There's so much replayability. All the classes are so different.
I don't think you can beat it in 10. I think it's a minimum 15. Just watching all those cutscenes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll
and
pick
don't
it
worry,
up.
Biggie. They're not 10 minutes cutscenes.
Right. If I pick it up Saturday from like GameStop or whatever, like the disc, is there a lot of preloading bullshit?
I don't think there is a disc. I think you have to download it.
There's not.
Not sure. I bought it right from Steam.
Because I'm going to get it on the PS3, because fuck you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know, because I didn't get it on a console, remember? I had to download mine.
Right. Look, my internet's so terrible out here, it would be better. It would be in my best interest to get it on a disc.
Oh, I forgot. There was one complaint I did have. And it's when you do Jimmy's quest. You know, Jimmy, the guy with the handicap.
Right,
he
yeah.
stutters, that guy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
When you do his quest, they forgot to put in a skip function. And I think they did this on PS3 too, not just the computer. But every other scene with him, when he gets stuck on a word, you get a skip option. Except
Okay.
in his
That was
side
on purpose
quests.
with his. I think that time they did it on purpose. So
It
you
was
did-
really fucking annoying. I
Yeah,
thought
Jimmy's
the game
he's got a stutter. That's kind of a,
No,
thing.
you don't understand. I was
Yeah.
sitting there for 4 fucking minutes. I thought my computer had busted.
Yeah, because there's like 5 or 6 times where he'll like make a speech and you can skip through it when he starts stuttering. But this time you can't.
I exited out of the game. I didn't go back to it until after I beat the fucking game, and I Googled it. And I'm like, it's not a bug. It's been done on purpose. And I'm like, I am so not happy here, Ubisoft. Like that was the only thing. Is it wasn't a bug, but I thought it was a bug. And that scene, like what happens in that scene is amazing. Like it was.
Did
That
you?
was the first time I used the Nagasaki. Was all
Oh.
enemies there. So it was probably better for me than anybody. Yeah, I didn't use Nagasaki until the end of the game. That's what I just said. So I used the Nagasaki for the first time ever, and I exploded the enemies, and it was just like, that was so awesome! And, yeah. So.
Did you, at the end of the game, like, I'm not going to spoil it, but the final boss, he has a monologue. Did you try to skip through that? Because if you try to, the guy will stop and say, you can't skip through this is important.
No, I didn't. But I kept hearing the kids trying to skip through it, and I thought,
yeah, and then if you try, he says you can't, and then it literally pops up on the screen and says you can't skip.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Now I have to play it again. I do.
All right, so Necro, what did you do this week?
I played a lot of things a small amount of time. I
Got
picked up
angry.
What?
you got angry that you didn't get a certain game.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. I started playing Pokemon again. Pokemon Y or X. Which one do I have? I think I have X. I don't know why. I started doing a Nuzlocke playthrough, which is basically it's a self-imposed rule where if your Pokemon die, then you have to release them, so it makes the game harder.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and there's other rules like you can only catch the first Pokemon you find in each route, and you can't catch any other ones. Blah 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 blah. So I played that. Played some Diablo 3 a little bit. Some Path of Exile. I started playing SWTOR last couple days.
What?
I don't know why. Yep, I don't know why. Oh, I actually do know why. Howie started playing it because he was bored, and then I started playing it.
Was there
Now we're
like a
playing
new thing for that?
Nope.
No, still
Nothing
same
really
shit.
new. Yep. And then I played a very little bit of Civ 5. And then finally, I started playing Fallout 3 again, because those games never get old, and they're awesome.
Right on. So when is that new Star Wars update?
They're updating shit like a lot, I guess, because I keep getting fucking emails, and I don't know how, because I always unsubscribe from them.
And then if I have the disc and I already installed it on one computer, can I install it on another?
I think so.
All right.
I mean, you should.
I don't know why not.
I bought that
Microsoft
shit when
only
it came
assholes
out
who do
because
that.
everybody was like, "It's Star Wars time," and then I was like, "This is fucking garbage."
It should be connected to your account, so it shouldn't matter.
And
Yeah.
now it's fucking free to play, and I never had to goddamn buy the game in the first place. Fuck you, BioWare.
Well,
you-
yeah, but you get shit for having bought it.
Yeah, you won't be classified as a free-to-play player. You'll be classified as a preferred player, which it still kind of sucks, but it's better than free-to-play.
Lotro did the same thing. I bought Lotro when it first came out, and I hated it. And then I went back when they made it a lot better, and I really enjoyed the game, and I got all these perks because I bought the game.
Yeah, well, Rift did that, but I remember Star Wars, because it was the whole, like, free to play, you gotta buy action bars, so I, like, booted it up to check it out, and I didn't get shit. It was like, you're still not paying the subscription, so get fucked. But, whatever. Anyway. Is that it, Necro?
Yep, that's it.
No. Alright, well, let's see. I tried to play some Strike Vector. Nobody's playing that game anymore. The other night, that was the first time I logged in and, like, did the server search, and there was nobody on at all.
Wow.
So, good job, Rage Quit. You fucked over yourselves. And, been playing a lot of Smite. I am seriously heavily into that game. Which, if you don't know what Smite is, it's like League of Legends, but in like a over-the-shoulder view instead of that 3/4 view that League of Legends uses. Which is awesome because you get to do arena in Smite, which is basically like a 5v5 arena in WoW. Kind of is how it works. And that, like, fuck that League of Legends, whatever, bottom, mid lane bullshit. Arena is where the party's at. That shit's fucking fun. And then they also have a mode called Assault, which is just like a one lane, whatever, League of Legends match, but it's all random heroes. So that's kind of fun. Because you're just like, you queue up and it's like, now you gotta play this dude who sucks. Or it's like, now you get to play somebody you never played before, and it turns out they're pretty awesome, and you like playing them. So, that's kind of cool. So I've been playing a lot of that. And, yeah, Smite's worth it. I guess the God mode pack thing they had isn't available anymore, which I'm really glad I got that. It was $30, and I get every God that they release from here on out.
I'm waiting to get my hands on Heroes of the Storm before I decide on a MOBA.
See, Heroes of the Storm uses the League of Legends 3/4 view, and I mean, we'll get into that, but...
Well, right, but that's not going to be an issue for me. Right?
Well, it's just...
So I don't like... No, you don't... My issue is I don't like that genre at all.
Right.
So I'm going to pick one, and that's the one I'm going to play, and that's it.
Well, I'm just saying Smite because they use the over-the-shoulder view instead. I think that's what lets them have that arena mode. Because I don't think you can do that with the regular 3/4 view or whatever the fuck you call that.
I'm sure you could. It just wouldn't be as fun.
Well, it would be kind of hard to keep track of shit, I guess.
No, it would just not be as fun because you would have to trouble with it like that.
Right.
Like, you could do it.
Oh,
It just would
you
not
could
be
do
as
it.
fun.
Right. Yeah. And that's usually what I'm doing is arena. Because that shit's just really fucking fun. But
Yes.
a lot of Smite. And did I talk about the One Finger Death Punch game?
No.
That's
No.
Dappy Man fucking hooked me up with that shit. And you play it with just your mouse.
Oh, wait, you did hook up. You told us about Dappy Man giving you something.
Yeah. One Finger Death Punch is what he gave me.
Oh, okay. And I guess but Necro and I just don't remember.
No.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
we're amazing people. Sorry.
It's for like a cheap indie whatever game. It is fucking a really amazing game that everybody should get.
Everybody!
I don't know why it's not on tablets though. It seems like perfect for a mobile game. So I don't know why it's not.
They don't have
on
the
there.
programmers to move it onto a mobile
But-
platform.
Been playing a little bit of that. That's pretty good. And I think that's it. I think it was just mostly Smite. Is what I've been playing. Oh, I did play a little bit of Rogue Legacy, or did I already talk about that?
You didn't.
Oh, yeah.
you didn't.
It finally came on sale, so I picked it up. Definitely want to play that with a controller. Do not play that with a keyboard. If you get Rogue Legacy, that would be my suggestion on that. So yeah, that's it. Pretty much Smite. Lots and lots of Smite.
Yay, Smite.
And Smite's
Hooray.
releasing here in a couple days, so I won't make it to level 30, so I won't get the awesome beta tester skin thing, but
I'm sorry.
whatever. That's what I get. I should have jumped on this game like way earlier. I'm fucking a little disappointed I didn't.
Shame on you.
Right. Right. So that's all of that. So shall we move on to the topics then?
Next topic.
Topic 1.
All right, so the first topic this week, I know. Look, hopefully that laptop shows up next week and this whole soundboard problem's fixed.
All right.
Finally, forever. But, all right, so this week, Game Developers Conference, Sony came out with their headset project, Fuck Your Mom. I forgot the name of it.
All right. The Sony's project is called Morpheus.
Morpheus, right.
Microsoft also announced that they are looking into one, but they haven't named it yet.
Wah, wah.
So it's called a VR headset. Oh no, wait, I lied. They did. They called it Fortaleza.
Fellatio? What?
Fortaleza.
Fortaleza. Fortaleza.
Fortaleza.
There you go.
Sounds a lot like bullshit and we're trying to catch up, but whatever.
It
Fortaleza.
means fortress in Portuguese, so congratulations on making fun of the Portuguese.
Oh, I love the Portuguese. Como está?
Weird ass.
That's not Portuguese. Just don't.
No.
Please, no emails.
That's Spanish. Well done.
You know, actually, I don't like you, Brazil. Go fuck yourself.
There's a whole lot of wrong things said right in a row.
Those guys F up free-to-play games. I'm sorry. They do. They legitimately do.
Okay, anyway.
Hugh. You fucking sons
I
of
want to
bitches.
point out that all those Spanish people that everybody really mad at who were playing, they weren't speaking Spanish, they were speaking Portuguese.
Right.
And it's all you American fucking idiots who decided they were from Mexico and you hated on them, but they were from Brazil.
Right.
I don't even know what is happening anymore in this conversation.
I'm pointing out just some people don't know their Spanish.
There's literally one country down there that speaks a different form of Spanish called Portuguese, and it's called Brazil, and that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And there was a whole rash of people who started playing World of Warcraft, and they were going into LFRs and looking for group and heroics, and they couldn't speak English. And everybody was like, they're all speaking Spanish. They weren't speaking Spanish, they were speaking Portuguese. They weren't from... And there was like, the fucking Mexicans are invading WoW. They were from Brazil.
They took our jobs!
I just thought it was funny. Because I tried talking with them, because I speak enough Spanish to get by conversationally. And so I try to direct them through an instance, but they're speaking Portuguese.
Right.
So we have, on top of the language barrier we started with, where my Spanish is terrible, we added another one where Portuguese and Spanish are not the same language.
How similar are they?
They're very similar.
They're pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, but they're they're so similar that someone trying to... Okay, my family, half of my family's Mexican, right? They speak fluent Spanish. One of them went to Italy, not Italy.
Brazil.
Portugal.
Sure.
Went to Portugal and tried to learn Portuguese. And she had a really rough time with it because they're so similar and yet they're not the same that you get more confused. It's worse when you already speak Spanish or Portuguese and you try to learn the other than if you speak English and try to learn Spanish.
It's like English and Bayou.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good example, yeah.
Like, you know, when you
or
watch
it's like
Swamp
French
People,
Canadian isn't French.
Right, yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, but no one takes Bayou's fucking language seriously.
Or, you know, the gypsy thing in, what's that movie? Snatch?
I'm not sure.
Basically like that. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. How the fuck did we even get on this? Talk about VR.
Alright, so back on topic. We're talking about the new VR headsets coming out from Xbox and Sony. Sony's is called the Morpheus, and the Xbox is called the Fortaleza. That's what we got on this topic.
Okay, alright. Did and Microsoft had theirs to demo there?
No, they did not.
Damn. Suck it, Bill Gates.
I think what happened was they didn't know Sony was going to have something to demo. And so they didn't bring it because they want more development. Because even what Sony brought was not complete. Now, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't... It's nowhere near where we can buy one, right?
Right.
This is going to be in development, in my opinion, for at least another 2 years. And the reasons for that are pretty simple. And it's just... The iToy can't handle the VR well enough. The reports are that you'll be in the VR and you'll be playing one of the 3 games that they demoed, and all of a sudden your hand will jump 5 feet. And it's really disorienting. Could you imagine that? Wave your hand in front of your face right now really fast, and then all of a sudden it's 5 feet away?
No, actually,
It's like
if you do enough drugs...
tripping acid
kinda,
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're
Kind
tripping
of
on
standard,
acid.
you know. You learn how to deal in that
Well,
world.
The thing is, nobody wants to deal with it. Like, no, everybody gets angry with the Wii,
Right? Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
the camera is not good enough. And this was something I brought up when Kinect came out, was the Move is great, but it needs the Kinect camera. And the difference is the Kinect has 2 cameras, right? And so it takes actual 3D, and that's why they can do all they can do with the Xbox One and the hand motions and all that shit, right? That's why that's so effective. What needs to happen is a Kinect-type iToy for the Sony that can watch you and follow all your hand motions without needing to move. And when they have that, the 2 cameras instead of the 1, they'll have a much better VR that isn't going to send your hand flying 5 feet away.
Well, look.
It's technology we already have that they don't have on Sony. That Sony doesn't have. We, as Earthlings, have this technology.
You mean as Americans? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, because I don't think
as a human
it was
race.
invented in America. I think it was either a Japanese or a Chinese technology.
Right.
So Earthlings on the planet,
Right.
it exists. That's what I'm saying. It exists on the planet
Okay.
to actually make this effective.
So humans is what you...
No, I like saying Earthlings.
Well, look.
Okay.
Here's my problem, and it also has to do with the Oculus Rift, is I don't want to have to wear a fucking helmet to play a video game. That bothers me.
You know, and I agree. I don't want to... you guys know I have tension migraines. If I'm required to wear this to play a video game, I'm going to stop playing video games. Because there's some days where I come home and I'm in so much pain that I pretend like the world doesn't exist and I'm sitting in my dark little hole staring at my monitor, and it makes me feel better.
Right.
And I don't want any sound. I don't want any weight on my head. When I was a raid leader, it would really become a problem because the headset I'm wearing weighs like 2 pounds, and it makes my migraines incredibly painful. They're already at a level where I'm hiding in a little hole, but it just makes it so much worse. It's 2 pounds. So I agree with you, but I don't think we're going to be at a place where you have to use it. But if you want to use it, then I think it would be a nice option.
Well, I mean, you got Nintendo that was all, you gotta play the Wii, and then it was all motion control for a lot of shit, and that's what kind of all over that, so...
I don't think this is ever going to be more than a peripheral until they can make it so much lighter.
Lighter?
Because, yeah, weight-wise, smaller, lighter.
I don't want anything covering my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to get a VR system that doesn't have an eye cover.
Right.
And the reason for that is even with the VRs that they have right now, you get light feedback inside the goggles. And then it makes it difficult to stay in the VR.
Right.
Yep.
And I think, Biggie, that you're going to change your mind, honestly, when you play a VR game.
I played the Virtua Boy back in
This is
1990
not the-
fucking 8.
No, this is
or
not
whatever.
the Virtual Boy. I played that shit too. This is not that.
Just saying.
And I'm just saying.
Until they come
Like,
out
you're
with the
comparing-
holodeck, like,
You're
let's...
comparing apples and oranges.
I
this
don't
is
want
not-
to wear a helmet.
It's not that technology.
I don't want to wear anything that covers my eyes.
When this comes out at Fry's, you need to go demo it.
And
You do.
I'll look stupid doing it. And I'll
So?
feel awkward. And
Fucking be a man and deal with it.
even in my own house, I'll still feel weird.
Then that's just sad. I'm sorry, but that's just sad. If you're alone in your own home, or even if you're out in public, and because you put something on your head, you feel insecure.
It's not
Like, I'm sorry.
insecure. I don't feel safe.
Just think, if you're
Okay,
fine
you
at home
see-
jerking off,
The Fry's setups, have you? I told you to go to Fry's for a reason and not like fucking GameStop, because they set up a giant glass box that
That's
nobody
not-
else is allowed to get inside.
Still. It just seems like a lot of work.
How is it a lot of
you're
work?
putting a helmet on your head.
You put it on and you're done.
It's the same
That's it.
thing as the Wii.
You
That seems
put
like
on
a
a
lot of
fucking
work.
hat. No,
Can I just-
it's not.
Can't I just hold a goddamn controller and look at a TV
Yes,
and
you
play some
can.
fucking
With the
video
Sony-
games?
The fucking headset is your TV, and you can use a controller with the Sony VR system. You don't have to use the Move.
Still just sitting there with a giant helmet on my fucking head.
And I think that's kind of sad.
That I
that's
got
your-
to strap on. I'm gonna have to strap that motherfucker on my head. It's not like I just throw it on like a fucking
yeah, that's
baseball
because
hat.
that's what I just told you. It's the light dilation. If you don't have it strapped to your head, you
Right.
get light filtering in from the sides.
Yeah.
And then it sucks. And that's what the reason for the straps are. It's not like they just want you to put straps on your head. There's a purpose behind it. And the purpose is to make the experience better.
Can't they just? Isn't there a wire that I can just tape to my forehead and then it's just like it'll just attach to my brain and just automatically hook all this bullshit
Yeah.
up for me?
We are nowhere near having that. Because that's
That's the Matrix.
neuroscience.
Yeah, let's go that route.
We're not there.
Is VR
We're not there.
I
We've
can't
gotten to a
bullshit.
position where there are a few cyborgs out there right now, if you didn't know. There's a woman who has an arm attached at where her elbow used to be because she was hit by a semi. And the semi's axle tore her arm off. And they attached a fake hand to that stump, and she can move her hand. Like,
Well, yeah,
not just a little,
I mean-
she can, no, I'm not kidding. She picks things up. She can turn her wrist 360 degrees. She has just as much mobility as you and I, and she doesn't have a hand anymore. There's another woman who they set up, it doesn't have quite the functionality of the hand, because she's just got a hand. It can't really grasp things really hard, but she has touch. She can feel through her plastic hand.
So she can, still finger bang
Motherfucking
herself.
RoboCop.
Yeah, she can still finger bang herself, you
Right.
idiot. And there's another guy who is colorblind, and they set him up with a fake eye, and how does this work? He hears color with his eye.
That sounds like some acid shit.
Yeah.
It was really cool listening to what he said. He walks into like a grocery store and he gets a symphony of sound. It was really cool. But everything the eye sees translates to his ear instead. And it was just this really cool kind of perspective where, and this is taking us a little outside the box here for a minute, I'm sorry. But let's say there's another alien species out there who are blind, sort of, but they hear color because it's a spectrum, right? It's a wave. It's a light wave. And so they're hearing the colors that we see. And it's just this whole other perspective on how to view the world. It's just really cool. Sorry, I'm gushing.
Look, what I'm saying is
Fucking
Fucking aliens.
I want a holodeck. I don't want a VR helmet, is what I'm saying.
You know how much a holodeck would cost you personally?
A lot.
You couldn't
Shit,
afford
what?
one. Baby.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
Okay? So you can afford a VR helmet, and your complaint is you don't want to put on a goddamn helmet. Like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I'm
You're giving
sitting
us
there
the
with my helmet
potential.
on. Meanwhile, my
Hold
house
on.
is being robbed. You know,
Like
Hold
that's yeah, because you can't hear the fucking door opening or
fuck,
the
I don't know.
goddamn window breaking. No, that's completely
Wait, so
unrealistic.
Hold on. You don't want to wear a helmet, but you want to go into a separate room where you have to shut the door and be amidst like fucking things where you definitely won't be able to hear people.
Or
around
you
your
want to
house.
be injected into a computer
Right.
where you will certainly not be able to hear if your house is
Exactly.
being robbed.
Yes.
Your logic has
What I'm just
so
saying,
many
I don't want a
holes.
helmet to experience this, is what I'm saying.
And I think that's a silly complaint.
It's a very random complaint.
All right.
I don't want to put something on top of my head.
I'm putting myself in
I
average Joe.
don't want to put
Yeah.
something on top of my
And
head.
Don't want to have to wear a helmet to play video games. I'm telling you.
I disagree. I'm really excited about this, and I know a lot of people are too. That they're coming out with virtual reality. Finally. It's been something, I've wanted this since I was fucking 14 years old, and I read a Tom Clancy
Been
book
out for
about
a
it.
while. You could go to the VR place at the mall for a while.
No, that's shitty. That's like Virtual Boy. It's shitty VR. This is real VR.
Yeah, like Shard in the chat said, think of all the VR porn.
Yeah, I know, right? This is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
You're a Luddite. I don't know what that is,
Yeah.
but you are a Luddite.
Either.
Some biblical reference. I know that much.
A Luddite? Oh, it's basically people that were against technology. Going
I'm not against technology. I just don't want a helmet.
What it sounds like. I don't want a hat. I am against this virtual reality where I can be immersed completely within my game and see the fucking swords and bullets flying at me. But because I'm putting a hat on my head, I don't like
Give
it.
me a holodeck. Give me the same shit.
No, it's not the same shit. It's completely different and way more expensive.
Not to mention, you
That's-
probably would have to go from VR to get to there in the first place, wouldn't you?
Right.
Yes.
I'll be into it as soon as they make a holodeck.
It's not realistic. It's not realistic.
I know. I'm
So
saying,
your complaints have all sorts of holes in them. I don't like it because we're not 40 years in the future when you would be dead anyway.
Are you gonna be all?
We know, Jan.
Be up in the VR when it comes out, Jan. Is this?
Yes.
You're all in.
I'm all in.
Jan, well, I don't want to play Worlds of Janor if I have to put my socks on. That is an inconvenience.
What about your pants? I think that's a bigger inconvenience, right?
That's true, yeah. Fuck Blizzard. If I have to fucking play with my pants on,
You quit?
I quit.
Yeah, I'm not down with flying in that game. It's an inconvenience. Fuck that shit. Same thing. You had to fucking strap into a helmet. Fuck.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
What?
He's comparing how they pulled flying from Worlds of Draenor to putting on a helmet.
Whatever.
I know, and my brain was like,
There's not
What?
a lot of people with the steering wheels for racing
Your
games.
logic, it is full of them.
I'm not saying people don't have them. I'm just saying it's not super popular.
Holes. Your logic is full of them.
Just put myself in the average gamer dude who doesn't want to strap a fucking helmet on to play a video game.
And I don't think that's going to be an average opinion.
and yet the Wii is like the most popular console ever sold
like
ever.
that either. Like that's totally what I'm saying. Like the amount of price this got positive, not negative press. The amount of positive press this and the Microsoft project got, you're wrong.
All right. I know the industry is just jerking themselves like, VR, this is going to be awesome. I'm just telling you. As an average dude walking the street.
I think people
I'm
are.
telling you, as someone who wears glasses and was seriously not psyched about this fucking the Morpheus, the reviews I read, most of them were written by people wearing glasses, and they took that into consideration. And I was like, this is fucking amazing.
I'm remaining cautious. We will see.
No, you're not. You're remaining completely skeptical.
Well, whatever. We'll see what happens. And then when I'm right, I'm going to rub it in your fucking faces and be like, look at this. Stupid. I was right all along, you sons of bitches.
It's alright. I'll rub it in yours, and then I'll tell you about how it was during BC.
Son of a bitch.
Excuse me, what? I need context.
You don't know the 5 gaming things joke back in my day?
I believe that was
BC?
the first serious fight me and Jan had on this podcast.
Oh my
Back in BC, and I was like, back in BC, everything was great. And gold just fell from the sky, and everybody was humping each other, and raids were fucking glorious.
I think that's
We
definitely
don't use that time. There ain't no magic time machine to go back to the Burning Crusade.
He was honestly mad at me, and I just thought it was really funny.
God damn.
It was not the best reaction ever. Oh, Jesus, yeah. So back in my day, during BC...
Back in my day, black people had to use a different drinking faucet, is what that sounds like. There were no Jews allowed. And it was great.
And so now every time I say back in BC, I'll usually preface it with, yeah, I'm going to say it, back in BC.
All right, so... Good lord.
That was a topic.
Did they have any prices for this shit? Any prices yet? Or
No price points. There's still a lot of work they got to do to make this an actual peripheral. 2 years. I say 2 years.
Right. All right. So, anything else for this fucking topic?
No, we're done. We beat that horse to death and then kicked it in the nuts.
So, next, let me start up the soundboard machine.
Topic 2.
Alright, so, Heroes of the Storm, bullshit, Necro.
So yeah, Heroes of the Storm went into technical alpha last week, and a bunch of fan sites got invited. I didn't get invited, but, fucking whatever, Blizzard. But anyway, so how much do you want me to just explain everything we know thus far? I guess,
Sure.
There are a total of 23 heroes, in the game currently, but there are files for I think 10 or 11 more that just aren't implemented yet. They're all from StarCraft, Warcraft, and Diablo. It does a free-to-play system like League of Legends, where every week there are 6 heroes, or 7 once your account levels up, which I'll explain in a second, that you can pick from every week, or you can pay either money or gold to buy. Just for like an example, the cheapest heroes money-wise are $4, $3.99, or 2,000 gold. And then the biggest chunk are $7.49 heroes, or 5,500 gold, and the most expensive are $10 heroes, or 10,000 gold.
So is it?
But that does.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna. Is this pay to win then, pretty much?
No, because it's I guess not any more than League of Legends is pay to win, because pretty much all of the heroes seem like they are relatively balanced thus far. There are some heroes which are pretty. Hold on a second, sorry.
All right.
What just happened?
Look, this is a great time to just. I need another drink, so I'm gonna put on a time note.
Yay! Technical difficulties.
I'm gonna grab a
back
drink,
soon.
and then when Necro gets back, we'll continue this.
You're about to wipe your raid unless you eat Gamer Nuts. Gamer Nuts are the only nut-based energy product marketed exclusively to suckers. I mean gamers. Chock full of caffeine, taurine, protein, wolverine, visine, gangrene, sunscreen, Kotaku, Thinky, Geekology, girls with pink hair and glasses all say you're cooler after eating Gamer Nuts. Everyone will hate you unless you like Gamer Nuts on Facebook. That's nuts with a Z because S's are for suckers.
All right, so Necro, you were talking of pay to win.
Yeah, I don't think it's pay to win no more than League of Legends is. Like I said, the most expensive heroes are $10 or 10,000 gold, but that does not mean that 1 gold is 1 cent. It's because for some reason they price certain heroes as that much expensive. There's not really a direct comparison for currency yet because they're still adjusting prices.
Is it still in beta?
It's
No, it's in
alpha.
It's in
right?
alpha.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
But right now, if you want to buy every single hero, it's going to be $160
Damn.
or 135,000 gold. Now, for example, you get I think 500 gold per win. But as you win games and complete things as different characters, for example, if you're playing as, I don't know, Arthas, it'll be like, kill so many people in this game using this ability. And if you do that, you'll get experience for your account, and your account will level up. Some of the level up things include, like, level 4, you'll get, like, 2,000 gold just randomly. Or, like, level 7, you'll be able to get 7 heroes per week instead of 6. So it's stuff like that. It looks and plays strikingly similar to League of Legends again. Even, like, the area of effect things, like the way that the reticule looks really similar to League of Legends. The biggest difference is, of course, is that there are no items in the game. There are no individual levels. You are team level. You just have a level for your own team.
Huh.
Instead of items, what they did was give the characters talents. So it might seem like the game is very simplistic because there's no items, but when you have like 4 different talent choices each level, when you're at level 20, you can have like 30 iterations of the same character at that level that all play very differently.
Right.
So the way Blizzard explained it, they actually did a live stream yesterday. They said, like, it might come off like it's simplistic at first, but once you actually play it, you'll realize, holy shit, there's a lot of customizability. You can customize it a lot. There are 4 different. Go ahead.
Those talents, though, is it basically like the items in League of Legends or Smite, where you buy items based on the team you're fighting?
Yes and no. There are some. They actually said this yesterday in the stream as well. Some items that you bought for specific reasons in Dota 2 or League of Legends is just a talent that you can pick if you want it.
Okay.
But there's other things where it's like it's a vastly different gameplay. Like, for example, every character gets at least the choice between 2 different kind of ultimates that you can get at level 10 or whenever you get it. Compare that to any other MOBA, and you all pretty much, once you hit your level, there's 1.
Right.
But for example, for Raynor, I believe his 2 ultimates are he gets a super powerful snipe, or he can summon 2 banshees in that follow and attack with him, or he summons the Hyperion, which is a battle cruiser that just like does AoE damage. So the ultimates are very, very different. There are 4 different types of maps. Let's see if I can name them all off the top of my head. There is they all have the way this game works is it's very much objective based gameplay because there's no items. They needed to do something to make it more interesting. So I'll just give an example. One of the maps, the balloons will drop from just random monsters on the field or chests, and you have to collect 10 of these doubloons, turn them into this ghost pirate, and when you turn 10 in, he will turn his cannons and start destroying the other team's towers. So now if you played it where you just ignored this mechanic, you're going to get demolished because you need to pay attention to the mechanic in the map. So that's just one of the maps. Another one is you have to collect these skulls that will form like this monster, which will start attacking your enemy's base. Another one is you have to collect these these tokens, which will curse the other team if you get a certain amount, where all of their lane minions will just have 1 health, and their heroes will do half the amount of damage. So there's a lot of interesting mechanics that they've put into the game, into other areas that you wouldn't expect instead of items.
Right. Now, is that you were talking about was all jungling, I guess, right?
Yes, jungling works kind of different because you don't kill. They're called mercenary camps in this game. You fight them and you beat them, but once you beat them, you can capture them, and then they become part of the mobs in your lane that will then go and attack the enemies on the other team.
All right, right.
So it makes sense because, like in, for example, Dota 2, I'll reference that because I play that more. If you go kill some monsters in the jungle, they'll drop like gold, which you don't have gold because you don't buy items.
Right.
Or they'll drop an item. Like if you beat Roshan in Dota 2, he'll drop the Aegis of whatever. In Heroes of the Storm, if you go kill the big jungle monster, he'll just join your lane and start fighting the other team. So that's another way they're kind of changing it up. But other than that, the way it looks is very much reminiscent to League of Legends. The camera angle is like pretty much every other Dota MOBA except for Smite. Is there anything I'm forgetting that you guys are curious about, or think I?
Well, it sounds like Blizzard's trying to like they're doing what they should do, which is set this game apart for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing what they did, like, for example, with WoW versus EverQuest. They took an established system, they, quote, simplified it, but then also changed it to their own way, which it has some kind of complexity.
Yeah, it sounds like they're highlighting the fun parts and taking out the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. It's an easy way to get people who are new to MOBAs to start playing it.
Right.
But at high-level play, it is probably just as competitive and complex as other MOBAs are.
Now, I know you're not in the alpha, but you've been, I'm sure, watching the videos and all that shit, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that, how far you think they are into it?
This shouldn't be an alpha, because I guess Jan could probably speak more to that than I can, but to me, when I hear alpha, I'm okay.
Testing terms, this is what a beta and alpha is. The alpha is when your QA people, and only your QA people or your QC people, quality assurance, quality control, they're the only ones testing the system. No one else. A beta is when your customers get your hands on it. They can call it an alpha all the fucking much they want. It is a beta.
Well, they're using the word technical alpha. What does that even mean?
It doesn't matter. The word alpha is a lie, because it is a beta because you gave it to your customers. That's what they did.
I mean, the game is polished as fuck. Like, holy shit!
Really?
I've never even. It's more polished than some other non-Blizzard betas that I've seen.
Right.
So it feels like a Hearthstone thing where they're like, "This is the beta," and you're like, "The game's obviously done. They're just testing balance." That's how it comes across to me. Although I guess you could say they might be adding in more heroes, so it's a little bit farther
even if
behind.
they're doing that, it's still a beta because they gave it to the customers.
What I'm wondering is there like art shit missing? I mean, is there any obvious like, look at this shit, it's totally unfinished?
Oh, I forgot. There are skins. Pretty much every hero has their different skins.
To answer your question, Biggie, no.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I did.
It's all basically they could have launched it right now.
It seems like they could release it. Yeah, and they would just have balance issues.
Fuck?
And like what
Necro was saying, there are skins. If you look at the stream right now, sorry if you're listening to the show on Stitcher, but if you look at the stream, I've got a bunch of the characters with their different skins on the stream.
And some of the skins are fucking awesome looking. Like, for example, if you're watching the live stream right now, the bottom row, the second from the left, is Tychus, Infested Tychus, and he just looks freaking cool.
I'm really fond that you can make Arthas a paladin again. You don't have to play the Lich King as the Lich King. You can play the Lich King as Arthas.
Yep. And there's also one for Uther where he's like Cybertech Uther, and that might be my favorite one.
I think one of the funniest ones has to be Diablo and Diablo Fish.
Mercablo.
Mercablo, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. The only thing I guess is I don't know if this works in League of Legends because, like I said, I played Dota 2 instead. But you can't spend gold to get skins. Thus far, you can only buy skins with the real money. So that's kind of a bummer. But certain skins are also going to be unlocked through leveling your account, like I mentioned earlier. One other thing I forgot to mention, because there's not items, there aren't speed boots in the game. Instead, you are on mounts. And currently, I think there's 4 different kinds of mounts. There's the default horse, and then you can buy with only real money a unicorn. There are 2 others that I can't remember. But basically, you get that all the time. You don't have to like get it at some point in the game.
So you have to mount up in this game, I guess.
Yeah, it does the same thing as like speed boots in any other game.
Oh,
it just makes you move faster.
I get what you're saying.
It's how they got around having no items, so you couldn't get speed boots.
Right. Basically, everybody has that then. Is what.
Yeah.
And you can't like switch to like a teleporter or, a shield or whatever.
No, you do have that. You have Hearthstone. Everyone has a Hearthstone, which teleports back to the base.
No, but I mean,
so you have,
in League of Legends or Smite, you can buy items that'll let you teleport to your teammates or, pop a shield on everybody, shit like that.
They tie some of that into talents. Some heroes can do that. I guess I would say most of the heroes are basically pretty obvious copies of Dota heroes, and I use Dota because Dota was first on StarCraft and Warcraft,
right.
So I guess it's probably where they took their influence from. But then they have some which are just totally different. Like, for example, the character of Abathur is one where he doesn't actually fight on his own. He puts his symbiote on another character, another hero, and he will help shield the hero. He'll be able to attack when that other player's hero is attacking. And for example, his ultimate is he spawns a copy of that hero player, and he can control that. So it's kind of a very unique way to play. Another example is Sergeant Hammer, which is a siege tank, which plays so weirdly, but somehow it works, where you're constantly sieging up and desieging and sieging up and desieging and moving, where it seems like you're not doing a lot, but you actually are, because then you get mines and stuff. So while they do have a lot of characters that are copied from other MOBAs, they are coming out with increasingly more unique ones to Blizzard, which I think have really cool mechanics.
So what do you think, based on, because they're kind of course, the underdogs coming into League of Legends, what do you think the chances are of being successful with this?
I think they have a very good chance of being successful for how they are spinning how they want this game to be, which is kind of the same but different, which is a Blizzard style. The same thing, but spun their way.
Right.
I think it has a really good chance.
All right. And how far out do you think they are before this releases?
Oh, it won't be out anywhere near this year. It'll probably be next year if we're lucky. Based on how Hearthstone went. Which
this beta is going to be around forever.
Let's see, the beta came out, September? Right? And then they just released a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it wasn't a year for the beta. It was less than a year.
That's true.
So,
but they're not even. But the fact that they're not even regardless if it's an alpha based on the wording or not, they're not even calling it a beta.
Right.
So, I think it's going to be a long time. But I assume eventually it'll be just like Hearthstone, where fucking everybody and their mother is playing it already.
Right. We'll see.
Also, I guess just like Hearthstone, if you decide to buy skins and stuff, it'll be refunded to you if they ever reset it. So no worries about that shit.
Right.
I'm sure, yeah. If you spend money on it, you'll get the money back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not worried about that. I'm just wondering how far out they are until this releases. Because, I mean, you got, Warlords of Draenor coming up soon, so I'm wondering if they're hoping this will fill that spot, or if they're, just trying to figure out where they're going.
Warlords comes out? No way.
Yeah. All right. So, you excited about this?
And the fact that I'm so pissed that I'm not in says yes,
Right.
I am very excited to play this.
And it is
The only person in.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, it's 5v5,
Okay.
but the different maps will have different. I think the only one that even has 3 lanes is the one with the cursed medallions. Most of them are 2-laned. The one where you have to collect skulls is actually interesting because you have the top map and then you actually go underground to an entirely different part of the map. So they're really changing up the map types in the game, and I really like that idea.
Yeah. That is, they definitely need maps.
Yep.
Because playing Arena and Smite, like, fuck that Conquest or whatever the fuck it's called. Give me Arena all day.
It seems.
Well,
it
they're
seems
planning on doing a whole bunch of maps.
Yeah, they already have 4, which seems like kind of a lot for a MOBA, and they all seem pretty fun. Like, there's not an obvious one that's better than all the other ones, in my opinion.
Right.
But
Everyone's going to have their own opinion on that. Like how in TF2 I play one map.
2 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
well, I think the difference is it playable versus just not bearable. I don't think
No,
there's
I
anyone.
can't stand any other map but 2 Fort.
Oh,
That's why I don't go to the /2 gaming night anymore. I want to play 2 Fort,
Well,
and that's it.
real quick on that, I think they dropped a Team Fortress 2 because they've been doing it like a year, and everybody's just kind of like, time to move on. So,
Well, the reason I stopped was because
yeah.
no 2 Fort. Well, there was one 2 Fort.
Shard said he sold his LOL account. Is
I don't know how
that?
you do that.
Can I would like to sell mine. It's probably not worth shit, but there's some, costumes or whatever.
Shard, could you send us an email on how you did that? I'd really appreciate that, and we can go over it in the next show.
If anything, I would just like to convert it to whatever, and then I can give those riot points or whatever to somebody who's playing League of Legends. Because fuck that shit. I'm all in on Smite. Alright, so... Right, I gotta write that down for the after show. Alright, so next topic, then?
Next topic.
Let me fire up the soundboard. Vroom vroom.
Topic 3.
Alright, so... Third topic, WildStar bullshit. Oh, I got the email. Do I read that?
Yeah.
Do I just start the topic with that? Alright, so we
Look,
got...
chat room, it's fancy. The picture changed.
Oh, look, yeah. Look at Jan being production... whatever.
And doing her producing skills, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so this came from Rec. And he said, hey, BGO Biggie, Janelle Angel, and Necro Necroxus.
Oh, fancy.
Necroxus.
On the last show, you said that beta testers that reach level 32 will not get access to weekend beta if they don't pre-order. To my knowledge, I am part of the beta in WildStar. It is not a case. I think he said this is not the case. Right.
What he meant to say. Yeah.
Beta testers that have characters at or above level 32 will be able to participate even if they didn't pre-order. Anyone else will have to buy pre-order to gain access to beta weekends. Furthermore, closed beta testers will still be able to level past level 17. Here's a handy chart posted on Reddit that makes it easy to understand. Have a great show, Rec. And I will link that in the chat room now. And then sort of explain it a little bit. So it's a flow chart, and it says, are you in the closed beta now? And if your answer is no, it says your level cap will be 17 for the duration of the beta. Then it goes down to say, are you pre-ordering? And if that is no, it says you will be able to play on June 3rd launch date. So no beta.
Right. We know someone who was removed from the weekend beta.
Well, here we go. Are you in the closed beta now? It says yes. And it says your level cap will be 50. And then it says, do you have at least one character level 32? Now, if that says no, and you didn't pre-order, you're fucked till launch.
He did.
But if you did, then it says, oh wait, this shit's all fucked up. Here we go. You have access to 4 weekend betas, open beta, and 3-day head start.
Yeah, and he was in the game. He had a level 32 character, and they kicked him out.
Right.
No weekend beta.
No.
Wait. No. That's incorrect, Jim. He had beta access all of the time, not just weekend beta.
That's...
And then he got bumped down just to weekend beta.
Yeah, that's
Despite
what the
them
beef
saying-
was them basically saying it's weekend access only. Like, it's not all the time.
Oh, that's not what I understood at all. And then, I'm sorry, Howie, but you need to shut up.
Right. No, it was, they had it
That's not what I
constantly,
understood at
they had,
all.
like, it was constantly running game like it's supposed to be, and then the execs came in, they said, we don't want people burning out, so they were like, alright, weekend beta onlys from now on, guys.
Yeah, but I mean, Howie's complaint, I feel like would still be valid because they kind of made that change at the last minute.
Yeah.
And they were like, despite what we
we're
said,
gonna let you stick around for the entire beta.
I mean,
I guess that's true.
it is beta. You are subject to things changing.
Yeah, it's a beta. They need to fucking finish testing their game.
Right.
So, anyway.
But yeah, this was confusing me last week, so I tried to. I believe what I said is what Howie's situation was.
Right. But yeah, WildStar betas are on the weekend. I've been seeing on Twitter a lot of people like, holy shit, I got beta access now. Or whatever, so if you pre-order, you're in the beta. I still, like, that's the thing, everybody was like, holy shit. And then I was checking my shit, and I signed up a long time ago for that beta and didn't get dick. Still haven't gotten it.
Yeah, me neither.
But what did that picture say? Now that I already closed it, I'll reopen it. June 3rd is the launch date. So that is 1 to about 3 months out. Also, that's right around E3. So, but yeah, WildStar. You guys playing that? You guys picking that up?
I'm really looking forward to it. The only reason I'm not picking it up immediately is because there's been so many MMOs that I was really looking forward to, and were just horrible.
Right.
And I'm just not interested in going through it again.
I mean, I hear good things about WildStar, but I'm just not cool with having to buy it and then pay a subscription. I guess I'm just, whatever, spoiled by free-to-play bullshit, but
I'd say yes.
that's just a lot of money up front that, I mean, if, like, let me take Strike Vector. Like, I paid $20 for that. I can't even fucking play that game now, because nobody's playing it. So, it's useless. And that's kind of, that's kind of what happens with MMOs. If not a lot of people pick it up, then you've just dropped $60 on shit you're not even able to really enjoy.
Well, so far the games I've picked up, that hasn't been a problem. I tried Ion. It had a really big following for the first month. I tried Terra. Huge following for, I think it was 3 months. What else did I try? SWTOR.
Right.
Yeah, that had a really big following for 6 months. Like, that wasn't the problem. The problem was the game was shitty.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much, yeah.
It was a problem. The game was shitty.
Well, do you think...
That's how Elder Scrolls is, honestly.
Let me say, or ask you guys, do you think with all these bad launches, do you think a lot of people are just waiting then? Because they'll be like, WildStar will be free to play in 6 months, so I'll just wait. Do you think a lot of people are doing that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think people out of the gate go, oh, it'll be free to play. But I think more people are going to come from the attitude like mine, where they're not going to buy it before it's out, and people have told them it's good.
Right. Okay. So there'll be more cautious people kind of sticking back, waiting for reviews.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Man.
Honestly, if I wasn't a poor motherfucker, I probably would have already pre-ordered WildStar. Based on what I've seen and what Howie has told me, and for as long as I've known him, we've had very similar gaming tastes. So.
And all I hear from beta users is how amazing it is, too. And that's the first beta I've heard where it's that good, and not, oh, well, let's just wait for it to come out. It'll be better when it comes out. Like came out with SWTOR and Ion, right? Those were the reviews of the beta. But this one is, everybody says it's amazing. Well, I don't care. until it's been out for 2 weeks.
Right.
Then you tell me it's amazing, and I'll go buy the game.
I like the setting. I like what they're doing with it. I like what they're doing. It's just I'm not ready to invest money I'm going to lose again.
And for me, it's not the money; it's the time. I don't want to invest the time. I don't want to sit down with a game I put fucking 7 years of work, 8 years of work into WoW.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't want to start making a new investment unless I know I'm going to stick around.
Right.
That's the curse of WoW, because I feel the exact same way. All these new MMOs, I'm like, oh, they look pretty cool. I want to try them out. But then I'm like, fuck, Warlords of Draenor's coming out, and God.
But see, I don't have
want
that
to switch.
issue. I'm okay with letting it go. Like, I haven't resubbed again because every time my card gets canceled, I don't resub. Like, it's been canceled 4 times. So
I think I'm doing the same thing as you are, but for a different way. My reason has just been Blizzard's been pissing me the fuck off. So I was like, am I going to resub for WoW? Fuck no. No, you're not getting my money. Mm-hmm. Fuck you. Stop with your bullshit. It should be $40 fucking for WoD, Warlords of Draenor. Stop it.
Right. We'll get into that later, but. But all right, WildStar beta clarification from the email.
Yeah, guys, if you are looking for a new game that's similar to WoW, look into WildStar. It's going to be really cool. They have all sorts of really interesting classes. If you haven't heard about it, there's fuck, I lost it. Warrior, Spellslinger, Esper, which is kind of like a Shadow Priest, right? The Engineer, which is kind of like a Hunter, a Stalker, Rogue, Medic. You know, I'm totally going to be a medic.
Honestly, I am kind of sick of the whole, there's dragons and magic and fairies and fucking dwarves.
And this is not this.
Yeah.
This is very, like, techno-punk.
Yeah, give me some spaceships, some fucking lasers, some robots.
I don't think they have spaceships, but they've got lasers and robots.
Yeah, give me that shit.
Techno-punk, I get the biggest fucking nerd boner when people do that right. I'm like, this is the best thing ever.
Right, yeah.
And then, of course, there's 2 factions, the Exiles and the Dominion. I think I'm going to play Exile. Then, the really cool thing that I was very excited about is they have different play styles built into the game. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be PvP or PvE, which is, those are the WoW choices. PvE, PvP. It's it. You know, this has the Explorer, their whole purpose is just running around and, finding new shit. Then we've got the Soldier, and that's PvP, right? And then the Settler, and that's building up your house. And if you haven't seen, the reason WoW came out with that whole barracks system is because of WildStar and the house they're coming up with. They didn't do it because we've been asking for it. They did it because WildStar's doing it better than they're doing it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's in Rift.
That's the reason. No,
by the way,
they didn't put it out with Rift. Though,
the shit with Rift kind of sucks.
But they didn't put it out.
No,
with
no,
Rift.
it didn't come out at first.
That's my point.
Right.
Is in WildStar, I've seen the demos and watched the videos. You go to YouTube and they've got videos on the barracks, quote unquote, of WildStar, and it's fucking amazing. And WoW went, oh god, we can't compete with this. We have to add it.
Right.
And that's what happened. It's not because they're finally giving us player housing. It's because WildStar's coming out.
Yep. That's a Blizzard's calling card.
Yep. And the Settler is the dude he does the house shit. That's probably, honestly, it's probably gonna be my path. I'm totally into that fucking house. Then we've got the Scientist, and I'm really not sure. Maybe this is like, profession, right? Like, they study the world and unlock secrets. I don't know. It might be PvE.
Sure.
It might be PvE, because one of the things they do is, who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of hostile alien life forms. Okay. So that might be PvE.
Right.
Of course, like I said, the housing is just insane. Just absolutely bonkers. And the combat is, in my opinion, your typical MMO.
Right.
Though you do have to manually aim. However, unlike in Terra, where it was also manually aimed, you've got this big, giant bar that tells you where you're pointing. Like, if they're cone attacks, they're all cone attacks. And you see everybody's cone attacks, the ones that are coming at you and the ones that you're sending out. So it's easy Terra.
I hope it's better. Yeah, because I fucking hated that in Terra. I don't know if I'm the... A lot of people I know like that. I hated that changing.
I
really liked that.
I like action-based combat.
And I think this is going to be better. This is going to be a lot easier to use. For the most part, the cones look wider. You can see, I guess I can try and get a GIF of this onto the stream. But you can see how the cones are wider and they're trying to just really, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Make it interactive without making it shitty.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the whole fucking thing. I really want to see what they're going to do with it and how it's going to pan out. And you can go get the thing now. It's the pre-orders on sale. It's there.
In the stream.
That's
right. So what you get for not coming to the live show is you're missing whatever Jan's showing right now. It's her boobs.
No, it's a GIF that shows the combat and these cones. And it's if you're not seeing right now is what we just described. It's a PvE combat where these guys are pointing cones at each other and they're basically killing each other like this. It's really cool. You also, of course, you have to dodge. That is, of course, a thing. But what are you going to do?
Right. All right. Is that enough for that, or?
Pre-order it if you want it now. They do have a collector's edition. Necro, do you know what's in the collector's edition?
Nope. I never buy them, so I didn't bother looking.
Okay.
And again, if you pre-order, you do get into the beta weekends, and you can at least level to level 17 if you pre-order now. So.
And if you are interested in getting a head start, then it is good to pre-order.
Right. Real quick, on the last... Wait. Yeah, go ahead, Necro.
If you pre-order now and start playing and get to 17, is that wiped, or you can start on release with that level 17 character?
You get to start on release.
Are you in the closed beta now? No. If you are not in the closed beta now, your level cap will be 17 for the duration of the beta.
Oh.
But that doesn't answer if it's a beta reset.
I can't change tabs. I tried.
If you are pre-ordering, yes, you have access to 4 weekend betas, open beta, and 3-day head start. So I'm assuming that
probably is.
Yeah, that 3-day head start. That's when you can break out of your level 17 and go crazy or whatever.
Shard told us that the collector's edition, quote unquote, it's electronic only. You get skins, a hoverboard, and some stuff for your house. So I'll probably end up getting the collector's edition.
Wait, is that a real life hoverboard?
No.
Oh, in-game?
It's an in-game mount.
Shenanigans.
It's an in-game mount. That's what it is.
I got super excited for a second. Sorry. All right.
Shard, I hope you're enjoying the new fancy live show format.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make Jan full-time live show producer. Plus, her internet can handle it.
For learning. Because you're also doing that thing for me that you wanted to do so badly that I kept ignoring.
What's that, a hand job? I don't know. What's happening?
No?
I offered to, when he was offered to take over, but wait, there's Laura offered to produce the show for him if he needed to. And he asked thereafter 4 fucking times. Or he commented about how he didn't have a producer.
Right.
And I'm going, how many times do I have to tell you I will do this for you before you stop fucking asking other people to produce your shit? Because he just kept forgetting. He'd just be like, what are you and I'd be like...
I do that. I'm with you, Necro.
So,
oops.
Right.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like, okay, I quit. I'm not doing it for you anymore, like 4 times. And he was like, what are you talking about? You were never doing it.
Really quick on the last topic, because I forgot. Why is there no Gundam MOBA? What the fuck, assholes?
because Gundam's not all that popular. I'm sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me? The first one came out in like 79, and it's been like somewhat popular ever since. And the whole universe is like ripe and perfect for a MOBA. Like I've never seen any sort of IP that was so
it's sort of popular. If you could get someone like CCP who can make money off of only 500 players,
500.
Then you have. I'm sorry, 500,000. I'm sorry,
skipping Asia.
500,000. I know Asia. Yes, 500,000 people. Yes.
That IP is ripe, like perfect for a MOBA, and you get the built-in Gundam fan base. Like, somebody get the fuck on that.
I have no interest in Gundam whatsoever. I think it's the most ridiculous fandom.
Really?
I agree.
Giant mech suits?
I am not into mechs. I don't know.
Humans evolving in space and the conflict between them and normal humans. Kind of like the mutant thing in X-Men. It's a whole fucking... My God.
Whenever it gets into the mutant versus human debate in X-Men, I get really bored.
What is wrong with you people?
I like that, but I need more
to the
story.
In our current system.
Racism!
The racism.
Alright, next topic.
Racist.
Next topic.
Get bored over that shit. Racist.
You need more than fighting robots to have a fan.
My bad. I'm against the humans and the whole mutant conflict. It bores me.
On Twitter. Back me up in here. All right. Next topic.
Topic 4.
All right. So, did I turn off the engine? Is it off? Yeah, it's off.
Yep.
All right. Where is, okay, day one content for free from Infamous Second Son that just came out. Explain, please.
Necro, can you take care of that?
What? This was your topic.
Fuck you guys. Okay, so Infamous Second Son, it released with day one, a patch, day one, and people were going, originally, is this, like, a fucking thing we're gonna have to get used to where everything has... What do you call it? Everything releases with the day one patch, and we're never gonna see it come around where someone releases an actual game that is fucking polished and shit. But no, the day one patch was content. They had 19 missions and 5 hours of gameplay in a side story that didn't have to do with the main game.
And this was free.
Free.
For the record, because there's a lot of games that are like, look at this day one DLC, but you gotta pay an extra $10 for it, because fuck you. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Infamous Second Son, not the case. They're just like, here, enjoy. Thank you for purchasing our product.
Pretty much. And I think it's really cool, and I hope this is something that we're going to see a lot more of, because you always run into those people who are fucking Mass Effect 2 at the end of the game. Buy more DLC! Right. It's like, shut the fuck up and just let me play the game.
I will say The Last of Us, their DLC is kind of making sense. At least the way they're doing it. Like, at least it wasn't day one bullshit. When you release day one DLC, you're pretty much saying, we fucked you out of content. Give us more money. Which is, we'll get into on our next topic. But these guys didn't. They were like, here's some, we've been working on some shit. Let's put it out at the same time. And good times for everybody.
Yep.
Infamous Second Son out on the PS4 now. Sony, please give me some free shit.
I was looking up. I was quiet because I was looking up how long BioShock Infinite Burial at Sea DLC was, and it was only 2 hours, and now it's $15. So I'm like, holy shit, 5 hours of free content.
I mean, that's not to say they won't have DLC later that you'll have to pay for. It's just...
No, it's just that they gave you something for free that they didn't. They honestly didn't have to. This is the same kind of stuff that usually comes in a DLC. 5 hours of gameplay and a side story that it was. You attempt to discover the full story behind the DUP's occupation of Seattle through a series of 19 new missions and corresponding web-based investigations, that's the shit that they give you in a DLC. You pay $5 for that. Normally. Yep. And they're just like, here, have it. It's really fucking cool.
Sorry, I was going off in the chat room about Gundam MOBA. So, when are you guys getting your PS4s?
I'm not sure, because I heard that Watch Dogs is coming out on the PC and the PS3.
Well, yeah,
so
but...
what do I need a PS4 for?
I will be getting mine when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out in 17 years.
Right. I'm
gonna get one when there's a game that I want to play on it. That's what will happen.
Destiny?
I mean, I can get that on the PC, I thought.
Right. Okay. Infamous Second Son? That's PS4 only.
I haven't even played I bought the Infamous, the first game, because I heard how good it was for the PS3 since I bought one. It was the second game purchase I made because the PS3 came with a game. So, and I haven't played it.
What are you waiting for on that one?
I just haven't played it. And I hate it when I do that, but I'm just not interested.
Right. All right. I've done that. I think I'm only halfway through 3D Dot Heroes that I got for my PS3 when I bought it. So
I was really excited. I was like, this game was awesome. I wanted to play this game for like 5 years or longer, and then I just didn't play it.
Right. I'm getting my as soon as they announce some sort of Vita PS4 bundle, I'm fucking on it. Like a legitimate bundle, not the fucking GameStop fucking $10 off bundle.
Yeah, you're right.
Like a legitimate fucking bundle. Or Destiny. I'll probably get it when Destiny comes out. But
why do you want to play Destiny, it on a PS4 so bad?
Maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to get a PS4.
Well, if you're looking for an excuse, then Destiny's a good one.
Right.
You know? I'm just, after that whole South Park thing, if I can get it on the PC, I'm going to get it on the PC.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
I forgot about Destiny. Destiny might be what I might have to get it for.
Right.
Then again, the people I'm going to play with it want to play it on Xbox One, and I'm like, fuck that.
I'm getting mine on the PC. You can play with Biggie on the PS4.
Alright, Destiny's not on PC, is it? I don't think it is.
That's what Biggie just said it was.
No, I think their PC port's coming out later, actually. I don't think it'll be the same as the console ports.
It's not it's not launching.
Right.
Aww. Then I might have to get a PS4 with Destiny.
Alright.
I thought it was a thing that you can get both.
Right. Next topic? Yes? Alright. Start up the generator one last time.
Poll topics.
Alright, so our poll topic this week that was up on the Geek Hole was, are you okay with the $50 price point of Worlds of Draenor? And we did the poll topic here. 0% said, yes, it's fine, I don't mind. 0%. 13% said it's $10, who cares? Which maybe that's kind of the same as yes, it's fine, I don't mind. But
I don't think so.
Maybe they voted there. Yeah. It's a bullshit poll. What are you going to do? Third one was no, that's bullshit, coming in at 33%. 1/3 of everybody said no, that's bullshit. I'm not okay with that price. We got 26%, well, rounded up 27%, said wasn't going to get it anyways. That's personally the one I voted in. And then our final one was fuck Blizzard, also at 27%.
And look at that, it's on the stream.
Oh, yeah, posted it up there. Except,
fancy!
Except, you know, now you show how many people voted in that, and that kind of takes away the magic. But
I was really happy with the number of voters. Okay?
Yeah, we did get more than normal. That was pretty cool.
And we even, unfortunately, subtracting me and Biggie, 4 of those voters did not give a post, so you can't get a game.
Right. I mean, we're glad you
Sorry,
voted,
guys.
but, you know,
Well, one
can't
was
give
me
you
too.
no games.
Okay, so 2 people voted. We appreciate that you voted, but we can't help you.
Yeah, you gotta post
I
that.
voted fuck Blizzard.
Right. If anything, if you want a game and we have got the poll like that, just, you know, type in what you voted for and boom,
Yeah, you don't have
qualify.
to say anything.
Right.
You just have to type in the post, because the problem is that we don't know who you are.
I mean, try in one of these responses, you will see, you know,
I'll read
exactly
yours.
what it takes to.
Yeah, holy shit.
All right, so Math said, I voted no, but I will still end up getting the game. Well, I say that, but if they take until December to bring the game out, then I may have gotten bored by then. I'm hoping that they will give us something to do for the next few months, but knowing Blizzard, they won't.
They won't.
Heroes of the Storm beta. By the way, sorry for any bad spelling and grammar. I have bad dyslexia, and I know it's not easy. It is not the easy to read my post at times, Biggie. It's all right, Math. You know,
It's alright,
at
it's
least
hard
you
for me
didn't
to read
misspell
it.
a fucking topic and then have somebody make fun of it. So, you know, all good.
Want me to read Zunimos?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, Zunimos said, I mean, it's still the content of a full-price $60 game, even though it's only an expansion. It's still $10 less than I would pay for some other game. Even the solo experience, questing in classes from 91 to 100, is probably more content than, say, South Park or Skyrim, which would have provided a similar RPG experience. I know there's the whole, it's $50 plus $15 for every month, so it ends up being more, but like I voted, it's $10. Who gives a fuck?
And that's exactly my thing, is it's fucking $10 on top of how much they're going to get out of me monthly. Like, what's next? Are they going to raise my monthly sub? I mean,
$25.
What are you doing, Jan?
what did I do?
No, what are you
happened?
doing right now, literally?
Nothing.
Is this fingernail stuff you're handling?
No, I'm not doing anything.
Oh, you were like off in the corner like this.
Was I?
Yeah, briefly.
I haven't. Oh, I was talking at the floor. Like this? Are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking at the floor. I'm sorry.
I don't know
Floor,
what Biggie
Floor
talking
got
about.
something to say on this? I don't. Why are you talking to the floor?
There's shit on the floor, and I was moving it.
Okay, all right. That's what I was asking. All right. Look, you want to read the next one there, Jan?
Sure. Fuck. Daymares. To me, it seems like just another WoW spin-off. Just another way for Blizzard to take advantage and turn a profit. I understand the hardcore fan base, but still, just looks like another version of WoW. And I agree and I disagree. I don't think it's a WoW spin-off. I mean, it's just another expansion. But the whole thing is that they're not giving us shit for more money.
Yep.
That's
Is
the
that
thing.
is that what he was trying to say there?
No, I don't think so.
Because it sounded like more like he was saying, "This is just another expansion." Like not, you know, like not.
That's not what I read.
Okay.
So
I'm just like basically I don't understand. I'm agreeing with Non-Mail right now where he says, what he say? And then it's Blizz. They know their player base, built it, and they will come. Maybe they are build it and they will come. Maybe they are expecting less sales, so they make up for it by jacking up the price.
yeah, that's possible. It could be that
That's-
they're expecting less sales, so they're trying to get the same amount of money. And either if that's the thing, like
That,
Fuck
I
'em.
agree with that. I think that's what they're doing, and that's a smart move by Blizzard to, you know, they got bills to pay. They ain't doing this shit for free.
fuck them.
It's fucking smart business move on Blizzard's part. Milk
No.
those fucking junkies. Get that money.
Necro, read Esper.
Esper said, I almost don't want to post because it just leaves my points on the table for Necro to rage out on without any chance of rebuttal from myself without a weak gap.
Wait, hold on. Why is Necro Walter Cronkite? Like, what are you fucking? What is his voice?
I'll read this. Poor Esper. Okay, he said, I almost don't want to post because it just leaves my point on the table for Necro to rage out on without any chance of rebuttal from myself. Without a week's gap. So he's saying that this comes out in a week. Necro gets to respond now. It's $10. Who cares? Things go up in price over time. The expansion for Warcraft 3, Diablo 2, and the original StarCraft were $30. All the expansions for WoW this far have been $40. It's been 10 years of inflation and rising development costs. No one flipped out when the price for an expansion went from $30 to $40. Movie prices have gone up radically in the last 10 years. Have you stopped going to the theater because the price went up 25%?
Yes.
Side note, yes, I have.
Yes.
You stop buying gas or food. I only buy gas when I have a discount at a grocery store. People claim Blizzard lied about the character boost being free when they had a secret conspiracy to raise the cost of the expansion with the boost as a $10 mandatory add-on. Regardless, if you think it's too expensive, great. Vote with your wallet and not with your mouth. Don't buy the expansion. That last part I definitely agreed with. But Esper, I gotta say, as the prices for everything have gone up, I've stopped buying it. I don't go to movies. There's a $3 theater here in town. I go there. That's less than I was paying when I was paying for a $7 ticket. Like, that's $3. It's $4 less. I pay less to go to the movies. For fucking gas prices, you go to up here in Texas, Brookshire's or Tom Thumb, and you spend enough to get 100 points, and you get 10 cents off your gas.
Well,
10 pence per
the
gallon.
thing is, you need gas and food. Like, you literally fucking need that shit to exist. You don't
and with
need
both those
the WoW
things,
expansion.
I don't not buy them, but I find ways to not pay the prices they want me to pay,
Right.
which is still me voting with my wallet.
Right.
Same way you buy food, I go to Costco, I go to Sam's Club, I go to Winco. If I don't need gas. And if I'm buying something to get gas, I'm buying something I can't get at those places in small quantities, like meat. If you go to any of those places, you can't get a small quantity of meat. I'm one person. I live by myself. I don't buy meat from a fucking warehouse store. Like, that's ridiculous.
Fucking grow that shit in the
Here's-
tube. Fuck it.
Here's the thing. Here's the perfect example which destroys the whole notion of inflation and development costs. Reaper of Souls comes out in a week for $40. It has objectively more content than Warlords of Draenor.
I disagree.
You lose.
It has more content.
Objective. I think it has a new class. It's reinvigorating the whole gameplay model of that game.
There's a reason I'm not buying that game either. I don't think it has more content than Warlords of Draenor. Fucking, we're getting a whole new world. We're getting a whole new storyline. We're getting new raids. We're getting new mods. We're getting new barracks. We're getting, there's something else that I can't remember.
You can't count the stuff that you get in every expansion. You can't say, "Oh, it's new raids. It should be more."
Because when you're talking about inflation and development cost. When you said the words development cost, you were talking about all those things I just listed.
And what changed between those and every single Mr. Pandaria?
No, I understand what you're saying. Remember, I'm on your side, okay? But when you're talking between the fucking Diablo game and Worlds of Draenor and development costs, you do not get more for the Diablo than you do for Worlds of Draenor.
I don't know.
For development cost wise, you don't. You're getting more from World. I'm saying it wrong. I keep saying Worlds of Draenor.
Well, if I can
Whatever.
pick...
I've thought about this fucking topic so much. I don't even care anymore.
If I can just pick apart this post real quick. He said, no one flipped out when the price of an X-Pack went from $30 to $40. That's because it seemed fair then when that happened. Everybody was like, oh, that's fair. That's, value, money, whatever. 40 to 50, that's when people are like, it's not fair. It's not a fair difference. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm only pointing out that when you're talking about...
Too much for fucking Mr. Pandaria, I thought. So.
I didn't, but...
Right.
And I'm only pointing out that the development costs, he is right about that. They have gone up. And there is more development in the fucking... What is this expansion called?
Between MoP and Warlords of Draenor?
Warlords, thank you. Between MoP and Warlords, no, there's not. But I was going to say between Warlords and Diablo again.
Okay, fine. I will agree. Okay,
that's all I was going to say was Warlords and Diablo.
We haven't even
right.
but a lot of it yet.
No, hang on. The part that's the more expensive is programmers are getting paid more. And this is coming from my fucking situation. Your senior programmers get paid $100,000 a year,
fuck, Jan?
or plus.
I stopped my programming schooling degree because you said it paid shit. Now you're telling me it doesn't pay shit?
Yes, it does. Are you a senior programmer? Can
No,
you get out of
I
college
would-
and become
no,
a
I
senior
would
programmer?
be entreated.
No, you can't.
Okay.
And that's
All right.
the thing. Is these companies are trying to employ better, more skilled people. Like the people getting out of school can't find jobs.
Right.
And the reason they can't find a job is because everybody's hiring at the senior level. Because you need to put out your product faster and better, and you don't have the fucking time to train anybody.
So you'll pay more money for that.
And you pay more money for that.
Mm.
Also, can I just say, just to knock on Esper again, because he said it in the post, so I'm going to fucking do it. When you describe the opposition as a conspiracy, secret conspiracy, then you're already fucking pissing me off. Because no one ever said it was a fucking secret conspiracy.
Wait.
People just said they think Blizzard lied by omitting the idea that they've always planned on having it be $50. It's not a fucking conspiracy.
Wait, he didn't say conspiracy in his post, did he?
Yeah, you
Yes, he did.
Where? As far as
People
That-
claim Blizzard lied about the character boost being free when they had a secret conspiracy
Oh, okay.
to raise the
All
cost of the expansion.
I
Which
see.
boost is a $10
All
mandatory add.
Sorry. I will.
Well-
We have all said we vote with our wallets, so fucking there. I said it in this fucking episode. before I
But
did that
Esper, we
episode.
do really appreciate your dissenting opinion because
Yes.
No, I don't.
I
yes,
do.
we do.
I do.
So please email again next week and let us know how angry we made you.
Look, if you want to set up a boxing
I'll
match,
tell
between
you why
and
you're wrong
Necro,
again next week.
Just I think you could take.
yeah, fucking come swinging.
Necro. Or maybe you guys can hate fuck it out. I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
do that. Videotape it.
Nope.
Porn.
Nope.
Necro, you want to read
Related.
Nika's up there?
No, I don't.
All right, I got it.
Jan does.
Nika, my issue isn't with the cost of the expansion because honestly, I could swear Mist was $60 at launch, but apparently I'm mistaken.
No.
It was $70 if you bought the collectors.
What? Mist was
That-
only
I-
40
Are
if you got the
sure?
digital.
I thought it was 60 with the collectors.
No, the digital collectors. The actual collectors was $70. I bought one.
Oh,
I have it.
okay.
All right.
I paid 40 for Mists, and I was
60.
angry about that.
It was 40 for the digital, 40 for the regular, 60 for the digital deluxe, and 70 for the collectors.
All right.
And the digital deluxe was not fucking worth $60. The collectors was worth 70. I got some awesome shit. Anyway, my main issue is the cost of the 90 boost. I was expecting 25. I would have accepted up to 30, although I would have considered that pricing to be greedy. But to price anything in the store so high that it outweighs the cost of an entire expansion, I call that not only greedy but also arrogant and taking advantage of the player base. Blizzard already made me question their business ethics with the bait and switch they pulled several months ago when they held a sale, quote unquote, on server transfers, and then the day it ended announced connected servers.
Bam!
Didn't Violent Apathy get caught up in that mess when they transferred their entire guild?
They did.
It was very shady, but I forgave them that one. Although I consider the subscription model to be outdated and archaic, I expect the fact that it's here to stay. I accept the fact that it's here to stay for now. I accept the cost of the expansion, the subscription fees, and even most of the store vanity items like pets and mounts. But I think they are taking advantage by overcharging for some services like server and faction transfers that other games allow for free with some restrictions. The $60 boost to 90 crossed a line for me, and as it stands right now, I don't think I am willing to support Blizzard any longer. And before people jump on the argument of, oh, you can still level to 90 the old-fashioned way, you're missing my point entirely. My point is that nothing should be sold in the store for more than the cost of the entire expansion. Not if you're also charging us a subscription. If you want to charge $50 and $60 for services like faction race changes or level boosts, then drop the subscription model and go with a cash store instead. Pick one, you greedy motherfuckers. There are some other games on the horizon that I'm very excited about. Two of them I have my eye on offer far more than any other MMO out there. They are truly innovative and have features I've not seen in any other game, and they both will have a free-to-play, no-purchase business model supported with microtransaction vanity items. And no, they will not be pay-to-win. I am in the alpha for one of these games, and a friend of mine is in the alpha for the other. We have first-hand experience that these games are a reality. My point is, there are other and even better games out there. WoW is no longer the only contender, and 1 year from now, they may find themselves a little less relevant than they think they are. Too long, did not read. Fuck you, Blizzard, I won't give you a second thought when I pre-order WildStar tomorrow.
For Nika, like, hey, you got some alpha invites? Like, word up
Share the
over
love.
here. Word up.
Yeah.
Also, she makes a good point about that server transfer shit. That was some serious fucking bullshit that Blizzard pulled when they did that.
We didn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, they were like, sale on server transfers, 50% off. And then fucking as soon as the sale in, they were like, we're gonna do this whole server, what do they call it? Server cross realm
Cross-server.
humping
Cross-realm.
face
Right, yeah.
jizz, whatever. They
Yeah.
fucking they fucked a lot of people on that deal. And the boost to 90, their justification was they don't want everybody doing it, so that's why they made it the price so high. Which, okay,
So
I can
fucking make a way to unlock it.
kind of
that's
understand,
bullshit.
but still,
That's how it's always
fucking-
been bullshit.
That's fucking
No,
greedy.
there are other ways to keep not everyone from using it. Unlock it in game.
But
Make it a
if-
fucking achievement or something, like the Insanity title, or the fucking, what was it? What was really difficult this last time? That staff with the blue dragon,
The cloak?
or
That's like a
Green
forge
Fire, or the cloak. Yeah.
and
like,
the thing
all
is,
these
if they
things.
when they merge these servers, why not drop the price on that fucking server fucking bullshit? Nope, same
Yeah.
price, same fucking price.
Yep.
There's your
Inflation.
conspiracy, Esper, by the way.
Inflation.
Fucking looked at that bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's inflation, guys. Rising development costs.
Easy, Necro. Easy.
No.
You're gonna make our listeners angry. Okay, Jay.
Yeah, I
go.
got Jay. Even though I'm not playing much right now, until the expansion comes out, I still think it's getting over the top with Blizzard charging the piss out of people for everything. How many games out there are people playing where they paid $50 to $60 plus $15 per month that doesn't include microtransactions for in-game stuff? It just seems a bit excessive to charge so much, then to top it off with high-priced services like server transfers, character boosts, faction change, etc. That shit should be like $5, $10 max. I yell rape.
I don't like the last sentence.
It's just rape jokes, sensitive.
They're not funny.
But, $5 to $10 I agree with.
You did not
It
just
should
say
be.
that to me.
What?
You did not just call me sensitive about it.
No, I said they're sensitive jokes. That's, they're
Okay.
risky.
As I was gonna fucking, in the show.
No, it's easy jam. I read the rape joke article blog thing that came out recently.
Okay, thank you.
I understand the dilemma, if you will.
Sorry to derail the awesome conversation. Necro, please read
Look,
it.
$5 to $10, I agree. That's where it should be at. This whole fucking $20 to $30 shit for server transfers, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
All right. Panties in a wad. There's no blowjob in it for me, so fuck that shit. I quit at just the right time, I think. I have nothing against Blizzard, but they are totally insane to think the game will survive a $50 expansion at this point. Sent from my nasal warts.
You need to get that looked at.
Yeah, sounds
Oh,
painful.
really?
Not really? Nasal warts?
No, probably not painful, but you probably can't breathe too well. You never had a wart?
Plus, you're just constantly smelling warts, right?
They don't smell.
I guess not the ones you've had.
What wart did you have? Did you have a fungus wart?
Rex said, money grabbing sons of... To be fair, I wasn't going to buy it in the first place.
I think my laughing cut out that whole fucking thing.
It did. It was good.
See, Rex was like, fuck you, Blizzard. Thank you for everybody's responses this week.
No, we missed one.
The show used to be called Fungus Warts.
Oh, did we miss one? I haven't refreshed in a couple hours.
There's one on page 2. Well, this one said it was.
Page 2?
I don't know. Maybe that's just game. Maybe I just uploaded it. Blah, 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 blah.
I
just turned on the website.
But, oh, okay, yeah, it's Shard. Who
Page
wants to read
2.
that one?
Yay, Shard.
Oh, this also throws off the poll results I read earlier, but what are you going to do?
Sorry.
It's fine.
Throws off the poll results on the the stream
it
the
just-
right poll results. If you were in the chat room, you had the right poll results the whole time.
It didn't throw him off. I mean, you know, just numbers are different now. But go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, Shard, I guess. I could care less about the cost. I'm going to buy the collector's edition regardless, if for no other reason than to keep the collection going. I still actually enjoy the game, and when there is content, and when there isn't new content, I unsub.
That's a good way to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So, yeah. Well, kind of.
All right, so I'm rolling a D10 for this game, right?
Yes, D10. Drum roll.
I rolled a 3. So that would be...
Daymares, right?
It would. All right.
Congratulations, Daymares. I think this is your first time posting, too. Head over to my gaming hole, pick a game, and send me a tweet on the Twitters. It's Janaelle5, Janaelle and the number 5, and I will get you the game you want from that hole.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm posting the thing in there.
Next topic.
Well, it's not the next topic. All right, so the topic for...
Next week's topic.
Right. Next week is, do you like games that make you cry?
And we're talking, you know, RPGs where there's that moment and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe they killed that character. Or, you know, it makes you so scared you pee your pants. Same kind of thing.
Or they're so fucking hard you like smash the controller and cry in anger.
That's one too, yeah.
Because back in the day, I would, 12, 13 years old, I'd be in the ball crying over.
If you have strong feelings about one of these 3 types of games, let us know. TheGeekhole.net, 5 Gaming Things Forum. We appreciate your participation.
Right. I'm posting this and I'm sticking it, and that's what she said, but but yeah, that'll be up on the Geek Hole as of right now. So post there, let us know. Ninja Gaiden, that fucking back in the day, shed some tears over. Fucking stupid ass flying birds in that game are fucking bullshit. That and Bison and Street Fighter back in the day on the Super Nintendo. Frustrating when you're like trying to beat it, and you're like, you get so close, and then it's just like, you're just like, no. Also, I hear Dark Souls brings out the tears in people that way.
As it should.
And then I'm sure everybody cried during Final Fantasy VII. I didn't.
Nope.
I didn't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch.
I heard a lot of people did. I cried in Lost Odyssey. Oh my god, Lost Odyssey.
I love games that make me feel that emotional that I could cry about. Final Fantasy X, the ending. Holy fuck.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard about... I didn't finish that game because someone told me the ending and I cried. Like, I didn't even see the ending.
It's there's a reason it's my favorite game of all time. Also, I guess rage-inducing. No one knows hard video games until they've played Banjo-Tooie on the fucking Nintendo 64 and tried to beat the race at the end of that game.
I don't cry. I break things.
Right. I think I cried at the end of Portal. Just because I was like almost like it was such a great game. I like cried at the end, like, oh my god, this was fucking amazing. I can't believe I played this right now. I don't know, that was back in my drunk days, so I might have been really drunk too, but
that might have been, yes, that might be your problem.
But yeah, games that make you cry. Alright. So end of the show shit. I am on Twitter at The Big Game Over. You can follow me for show updates and random bitching about stuff and things on Twitter. And Jan is on Twitter.
I'm on the Twitters if you missed it like 10 minutes ago. Janaelle5, Janaelle, and the number 5.
And we are on Stitcher, so if you want to get us on your phone. Oh wait, no, I gotta do this. Words of English. Necro, you're on Twitter.
I am on Twitter at NickRoxas9, NECROXIS, the number 9. Come tell me why I'm wrong
Right.
about Warlords of Draenor.
And he will reply to you in
Carry
a
you a new one.
manner, and then you get,
Yeah, I already tweeted.
and that will entertain me while I'm at work. All right, so yes, we are on Stitcher on your phone, so get us on there if you need it on your phone or wherever.
I lost my shoe.
And Jan lost her shoe. And you can donate to the show from the site, 5gamingthings.com. You can also go there and leave a voicemail. I think that thing still works. I'm not
Oh
entirely
my
sure.
god, I was sitting here with the shoes on my feet and I lost a shoe.
This is where I'd play the marijuana clip if my soundboard was working.
What in the fuck?
Which donate to
Where-
the show helps that happen. So, yeah. I'll email the show, 5gamingthings@gmail.com. That is with the number. And
Where the fuck is my shoe?
thegeekhole.com or net. I don't know, whichever one of those. But that's where the discussion topic is. You can post there and win one of Jan's games. Fucking find the other podcasts that are on there. Fucking join in the community. All that bullshit. And then
Help me find my shoe.
and help Jan find her shoe on her blog.
SpikerToMisdirect.wordpress.com. Seriously, where is my shoe?
Also, she will continue the search on YouTube.
What the fuck? There's 3 shoes. There
Yep.
should be 4.
What's your YouTube, Jan?
Janelle 5.
That was
then-
Janelle Angel.
Is it? I don't know.
That's what your latest thing was posted on
Janelle Angel. Sure. That's it. It's with my shoe. I don't know.
Necro is also on the YouTubes.
I give up.
I am. Trust me, I actually do release videos, even though I haven't in like 3 weeks. My YouTube is NickRoxas Z. I do lore about WoW and Let's Play stuff, so check it out.
Here it is.
Jan
How the fuck
found
did
her
it
shoe.
get there? It's behind the cat scratch. Like, I don't even understand.
Also, the 5 Gaming Things YouTube channel might be active very soon. I have recorded audio in my car. I still need to go over it and make sure it's quality. But that is something I am actively working on. And then hopefully we can start doing game reviews soon. If now that I've got this whole business thing going on, maybe I can start kissing the right asses and we can get some demos up in this bitch.
Yay!
We'll see.
Yay.
This is fucking months out, I'm sure. But I am going to try to start posting more shows, some more like Stanley Parable rant that I still need to do and all that shit on there. So
You really need to get that out.
I do.
Because they're talking about making another game
Oh, son of a...
and acting like they actually have shit to say about how video games should be made.
If it's a game, like if it's a game, then fucking yes. If it's another art project, no.
Yeah, they're talking about another art project.
Son of a bitch. All right. But what else? I'm forgetting something.
I forgot too because I found my shoe.
Fuck it. That's the end of the show. Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
you guys ready to do the topics?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let me write down the time thing. All right. So this week on 5 Gaming Things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, let's
We didn't decide on an order.
Cut.
Also,
Cut.
I don't know what
Cut.
WildStar bullshit is even, so.
What? You're
WildStar
going to be WildStar bullshit. We're doing a review on WildStar.
well,
Not a
review,
review,
just
like a preview.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You're doing, you're going to tell us about Heart.
Here's
of
the storm.
Okay, so it's going you, me.
No, that's what I'm telling you what the topic is.
Oh, I'm talking about Heroes of the Storm? Okay.
Yes. I'm telling you what the topic is. So,
All right, ready?
no, Necro, you go first.
Okay.
All right, so this week on 5 Gaming Things.
VR. Shit, sorry. I don't know what the fuck is going on at GDC.
Oh my god. Okay, so
You do that one. That's
VR
your
news at GDC.
I'm not.
Heroes of the
Wait,
Storm.
wait, time out, time out. This is all one take. All right, I'm not editing this together.
Okay, so you can start us over then?
Yes. All right. Take three. Shit.
Okay.
Does that sound like a deal?
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
All right. So Magic the Gathering. While I grab drinks.
Yeah, so I went to Magic last week, and I did better than the week before. I was still learning my deck, though. It's not like... It's not where I want it to be, because I don't know it well enough. That's just how the fucking thing plays. And I ended up... I was 2-1. I was going for my third match, and if I make 3-1, I know I can at least go fourth or third place, depending on my tiebreakers. And he wins the first match because it was horrible. I'm playing a Esper control deck. For those of you who don't know Magic, that means he basically kills all my creatures, cancels all my spells, and fucks up my day. That's Esper control. And he's got no fucking creatures of his own. And I draw 3 Bioblights, and Bioblights, it does -3/-3 to a creature. And I'm playing against a deck that isn't fucking using creatures. So I've got 3 useless cards in my hand that I can't play at any point in time, and it wrecked my shit. So that's the first game. The second game, I wrecked his shit. And then the third game, we're going neck and neck. I got him down to 9 points, and he starts milling me. And I'm like, I can still do this, because he's got 9 life. I can hit him for 9 life. And I drop Elspeth, and I've got Elspeth is a planeswalker. I'm putting out tokens, which are 1/1 creatures. Got a whole assload of tokens. And I know I can swing for 9 this turn. And on his turn, he mills me to 0 cards. Because the turn before, I decided to draw a card. So, in other words, I fucking killed myself. Yeah.
What a bummer.
Yeah, it was a horrible, horrible way to lose. It's like, if I hadn't drawn that card... Oh, well.
So milling's an effective strategy in Magic. People use that a lot.
Yeah, the way milling... No, people don't use it a lot, but it is one type of deck you can play in the game. And what milling does is, when your opponent has to draw a card, and can't, because there are no more cards in their library, they lose. That's milling.
Right.
So he mills fucking... I think he took 40 some odd cards from me. And got me down to nothing because I drew a card. Yay.
I mean, is that a common deck though? Is that like a popular strategy?
Uh-uh.
You don't come across that a lot?
Sounds like an asshole strategy.
It is the I hate you strategy, yeah. The first time he milled me, though, I was getting land screwed. I needed one more land to draw my Elspeth, and he milled 10 of my cards, so he made me discard 10 cards off my library into my graveyard. And I'm watching the cards flip over, and it's like, not a land, not a land, not a land, not a land. I need this one land. And I went through 10 cards, and there was one land in those 10 cards. And the next turn, I got to draw a land. So that helped me.
Nice.
See a lot of butt cracks there or no?
No. I don't have that problem in my store. The guys in my store know how to fucking wear a belt.
Right. Are they, attractive?
The intern, yeah, there are some really hot guys in Magic. The intern today had his pants falling off his ass.
Who? What?
At work. The intern at work.
Right. So you picking up on the dudes at Magic or what?
No, but there are more people showing up. The guys currently who are really hot are like right out of high school. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Like I think they're like I want to stare at you, but I don't want to fuck you.
What?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I'm not into that.
Well, I mean, if you're staring at him, you're into it, right?
No.
No?
No. There's a difference between thinking a guy is hot and wanting to fuck a guy for me. I can do the one without the other.
That's
just...
As somebody with a penis, I'm telling you that's impossible. I feel like this is an impossible thing that can occur.
I would not fuck someone under the age of 25.
Is there a reason?
It's my number.
Does that, I mean...
That's the number I set. I set a number, and that is the number.
Why that number, though?
Usually a guy who's 25 is almost out of college or is out of college, and 24 means they're still in college. I don't want to date a guy without a job or who isn't about to get a job.
Well, I mean, you're not dating him. You're just banging him, right?
I'm looking for someone to date, not to fuck.
Oh, all right.
So when I say I don't want to fuck you, that's hand in hand for me.
Okay.
Oh, sometimes a good bang and it'll be good for a little while.
No, I'm good. I did that. I'm good.
Wait.
It took me 2 years to really, really, really need to have sex and not care. And then I did that. Now I just want to fucking have a date again.
I think XP has thrown himself into your realm, right? I believe XP is over 25.
I don't think he lives in Texas.
Oh,
That's
right.
also a requirement. And very specific, you have to live in my section of Texas.
I'm just saying.
I won't drive an hour to get to a dude's house.
They're like good-looking, like 18, 19-year-old guys. I'd be like, fucking sign me up.
Gross.
Yeah, well, you're also 21.
No, I'm not. I'm 25.
Okay, well, still, I'm 28, so at 25, I date
Oh,
someone
boo fucking who? You're 3 years old.
Shut up
me?
and let me finish. At 25, I date someone who was 21. I would have been okay with that. And a lot of these guys are 21. But I wouldn't have dated a guy under 20.
You just need to go for it.
No, I'm not interested at all, whatsoever.
Yeah, look at Shard. He's keeping it real up in there.
I didn't say I wouldn't go older. I won't go younger. My cap is 35. I'm 3 under and 7 over.
So, I mean, what if it was a really...
Yes, or less younger?
Because
More.
I'm not interested in a dude who doesn't have a job or isn't about to get one.
What if it's like an attractive
that.
older guy with a shitload of money, quality job, kids are already moved and gone,
How
and
much
he's
older?
good in the sack? Let's
How
say,
much?
47.
Mm-mm. I could push it to 40, but I can't push it higher than that. I'm sorry, I'm not looking for someone my mom's age.
But he's really attractive, good in the sack, has a shitload of money.
Not interested in someone who could be
Just-
my dad.
Just because of the age.
I'm not interested. It's creepy.
Mm.
The fact that you could have birthed me is creepy.
What if
Like,
you...
not, like, I can hang out with you and I'm cool with being, like, knowing a person like that. Like, the people I hang out most of the time with are that age. But I'm not interested in fucking them. And again, fucking and dating for me right now is the same thing.
Alright. Just saying.
Yeah. And I'm just saying that it's not going to happen.
So what happens when you're 45?
The age just keeps moving. At 45, I think I'd be comfortable probably with 35 to 55.
Okay. I mean, I'm just, you know.
Look, it's weird. I'm not going to date someone
Just a number.
I could have
Just a
given
number.
birth to.
That's all it is. Just
No,
a
it's
number.
not. No, it's not. That's bullshit. It is not just a number. Like, if there was actually a guy out there who was 21 and had his shit together, and actually it was on the track to get a career, working, going to school, all that shit, yeah, that would be my dream guy. Like, who's 7 years younger than me and totally fucking hot. But that's... I don't believe those men exist.
Right.
Like, no. The 21-year-old who's got his quote-unquote shit together is also an immature little prick when he's not working or going to school. And I don't have time for that nonsense. I'm not your fucking mother. I'm not going to help you grow up. I'm going to date someone who is already fucking grown up. Like, I did that. I'm not doing that again. I'm not your fucking mother.
Who wants to grow up, though?
There's a prick joke in there somewhere. I can't find it.
Right. Growing up sucks. Fuck growing up.
I agree.
Yeah, that's why when I said if I'm 45, my limit would be 35. Like, that is shifted from 3 years to 10-year difference younger. But right where I'm at, the guys under 25 don't interest me because I'm not interested in being someone's mother. Like, the last 3 guys I dated they didn't have their shit together. They're looking for a fucking mother, not a girlfriend. And I'm not in any way interested in that shit.
Alright.
Like, I did that. It is the most infuriating nonsense ever. I'm not picking up your fucking socks. I'm not doing your goddamn dishes. You're gonna be a fucking man, or you're gonna get the fuck out.
But I mean, you know.
Holy shit.
Maybe...
I'm still really bitter about it. I'm not doing it again.
What if they're really young, but they just want you to help take care of the house while they make all the money?
I'm not interested in that either.
Even if they're, like, just showering you with money.
I still don't get the young hot guys that you don't
No.
want to go for.
What part of I don't want to be their mother did you not understand?
I understand the words. It doesn't connect in my brain.
No, he's talking about the casual sex. Like, why aren't, you know...
I'm not
Yes.
interested in casual sex right now.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
just-
problem.
Right.
That's what I'm like.
I had the casual sex. I am satisfied. I'm female and I have plenty of toys. I don't need to do it to get off.
Okie dokie.
This is, if any of my exes ever heard this, they'd be upset. But I've never had an orgasm from a dude that's better than one I've given to myself.
Blam. Blam.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna go there.
Maybe you need to just date black guys or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe you have a deep vagina.
Oh my god.
Maybe I shouldn't talk about this, but oh well, whatever. I can't get a vaginal orgasm. And that's half of the problem. Dudes are not willing to do the extra work.
What? I shouldn't ask this, but
This is
what
beyond
do you mean
my-
vaginal orgasm?
The channel where you stick your penis,
Right.
I can't get an orgasm from something thrusting in and out of there.
So
Like, it feels good. Like,
Right.
it can turn me on, but I can't get an orgasm that way.
So we're talking what, anal?
No, Jesus. You do know there's more than one way to please a woman, right? They don't have just the one hole and that's it.
You mean you
Like-
don't just stick it in and out repeatedly?
Right.
That's what you don't do. You don't do that. And that's the problem I find with men. Jesus.
So is that
Good,
like
you
a
keep
third
digging that hole.
that I don't
No, continue.
You know,
Wait, you serious?
Somewhat
You
magical.
don't know how to get a girl to come without fucking her?
No, I guess.
You got lucky then. It's actually it's really rare for a girl to have an orgasm from vaginal stimulation by itself. But yeah, there's clitoral stimulation,
Oh,
and some girls can
right.
get orgasms from playing with their nipples and all that shit.
And I don't. That seems weird.
It is weird. Yes.
Jizzing from just boob play.
Yes.
Hmm.
Because we have more nerves in both of those places than dudes do. And most dudes are all like, stick the penis in! Stick the penis in! Stick the penis in! And I'm like, this is not doing it for me.
Right.
And they're like, well, I'm done. I'm like, I guess that was fun.
Okay.
So, yeah. Every once in a while, I really just want to get fucked. But even that, when I want it, I don't usually come from it. And when I do, it's because I helped.
Helped how?
I'm not talking about that. And no, it doesn't, the foreplay doesn't help. If foreplay and then fucking doesn't get me off. It's gotta be foreplay during fucking. Foreplay, fucking, and foreplay during fucking, or it doesn't work.
Need an adult.
Need an adult. No, I agree, Shard. And that's why my up range is fucking up 10 years. It's not higher than 10 years because it creeps me out.
Well, currently, I just basically lay there with the hard on. And I'm like, do what you gotta
No,
do.
XP, that's not what I'm saying at all. I don't want to have to be the only one working to get me off. That's what I don't want. And that's usually what I get after 3 tries where they actually try to get me off, and then that's it. That's it. They're just like, okay, you can fucking do it. It's like, thanks, I'm glad we're participating in this activity together. I'm not kidding. And it's like, it gets to a point where they're like, okay, well, you don't even need foreplay because you're just going to do all the work in the middle, and I'm just going to fuck you while you're doing it. And I'm just like, this is not what I want at all.
So it's like, I don't know, you're in the bondage shit then, apparently, probably, right?
I do like that, yeah,
Hey,
but that
right.
makes it worse because then I can't fucking help.
Right.
So I can't do bondage because then I can't get off.
I don't.
This all seems complex.
It is.
What happened to
It's
just
annoying
adult
and
fucking?
frustrating. So, I'm like, all right, fine. I don't need you. I have all these toys that do your job better.
Right.
I don't.
Jan needs a woman. Yes. Jan needs a woman. A woman in a nice little schoolgirl outfit. Just come to my door.
Holy shit.
That's what I want.
What's
That's what I want.
the age for women for you?
Oh, God. Shit. I'll go up
12?
to
Oh.
40 to 20.
Right.
Shit, I might go to 45.
All right.
Need an adult. It's all very uncomfortable.
Oh.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is a problem. I am a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And guys don't want to do it. And I'm just like, okay, well, you don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm just going to deal with it on my own. And I'm not going to fuck any of you.
Okay, well, now I understand why you aren't going after the young dudes of Magic.
Yeah, now I guess get it a little bit more.
It's like I'm not interested. I'm gonna just go into my bedroom and pick one of the toys in the drawer.
Still though, fully 21-year-old hot guys would be like, all right, let's go. I'm ready.
And that's the end of Jan's Magic the Gathering topic.
Oh, them never sharing this podcast with anybody at Magic now.
Jeez.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Yeah, so, I do this podcast. You want to go for a date? Sure. Okay, listen to it later. Jesus Christ, alright, not having sex with her.
Right.
She's gonna talk about how inadequate I am as a lover.
Seriously, though, that's a lot of work.
It's not my fault. I just can't do it.
I think, kind of sounds like it's your fault.
No, it's not. Like, I don't have the nerve stimulation.
She's not making a conscious decision.
Well,
I don't have a choice. I can't.
No.
I've tried. I've tried everything. I've tried to give it one to myself, and I can't do it. Like, when you get to that level of, I know what I'm enjoying and how good it feels, and I'm just like, this is not working for me. It feels good. It just doesn't feel good enough.
Right.
That sounds inconceivable as a man.
Yeah, it's... As Turd Hat said, all you gotta do is blow warm air on my dick, and it's like coming.
Yeah, and that's not how it works for me. So, like in most girls, it's you need to do the foreplay, and then a little extra stimulation around the clitoral area, and then the vaginal will get them off. That doesn't work for me either.
Yikes. All right, so what's up with your cats this week?
I bought them toys. Climbing toys. Since we're not talking about my pussy anymore, we're talking about my cats. Yeah. They haven't shown up yet, but they're getting cat trees and climbing shelves, and they can be upwardly mobile, like I can't be.
What?
Remember my work? I got passed over for a promotion.
Oh, right.
Right. Yeah.
Glass ceiling.
I made such a funny joke.
You did.
It was a rough one, but okay.
It wasn't funny at all. I was being sarcastic. Anyways, so I bought them toys, and since it's finally fucking spring, damn Texas, I leave the door open so they can climb out into the back patio, and I guess I got a new neighbor who's got a dog, and this dog just like goes nuts when my cats go onto that porch. And the cats don't quite know what to make of it because they can't see the dog. The dog can't see them. So they're just smelling each other and like barking and...
Oh, that's how my fucking new puppy is. Well, he's not new, but...
Yeah, he's just like... Dog's just like, oh my god, 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 there's a cat, there's a cat, there's a cat, there's a cat, there's a cat. And the cats are like, the shit is that noise? And that's the cat news.
So the climbing shit, how much you spend on that?
160.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Cat equipment is not cheap, and I actually got it way cheaper than you can get either at Petco. Petco had both for literally twice as much. I bought my shit off Amazon.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Well, cat jungle gym. That'll be good for them.
Exactly.
Get some
I got
exercise.
a really big cat tree, and the cat shelving is just... It's this thing that goes... I have a pet peeve about doors, and how nobody uses doors for space. I have a jewelry box hanging off my door. Well, this cat shelving is hung off my door.
What?
Yeah. It's got a strap that goes around the door.
Okay.
And it's got shelves attached to the straps, and they can climb up the shelves.
So what happens when you slam the door open and your cats are laying on it?
I'm actually going to be putting him on a door that never gets opened.
Okay.
My guest bedroom, nobody goes to the guest bedroom. The
All
door
right.
is shut all the time. So I'm going to put it on there. That would have been really funny though, right?
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Whatever.
Well, it'll work because nobody's going to use the door.
So does that mean you have one of those doors sex swings? Since you're all about doors?
I wanted to get one of those door bondage things. But again, if I'm tied up, I can't participate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like Shard said, his cat tree was a lot more, and that's what I'm saying. Found the one that they sell at Petco, and they're selling it at Petco for $180. Well, I got it for $90, so
Word.
and free 2-day shipping. I'm super excited for Conception.
Isn't that game fucked up? Like a horror game about vaginas or something?
Yes, I'm so excited about Conception.
I did not know this was a thing, and now I know it's a thing.
But it's
Same
like a
like-
horror survival game, but it's like with birth or something, right?
See, Caroline, see if I can find it. It doesn't.
What is
tell me anything about the
Strife?
story.
Why is Curse giving away beta keys for Strife? The fuck is Strife?
Uh-huh.
Anybody doing the EverQuest landmark? EverQuest Next? No?
No. I want to try EverQuest next, but Landmark's not the same thing.
MMO Champ's got like a level 90s boost character class representation.
Okay, so here, Conception 2. In the world called Atera, where the star god is worshipped, monsters have begun to spawn from the mysterious labyrinth. However, the star god has imbued certain young adults, disciples, with the power to fight monsters, as well as create star children to aid in the battle. Only disciples and star children can defeat the monsters, and you, as God's gift, have an additional weighty task to bond with 7 other disciples and bear many star children to help your world survive.
So it's a dating sim with action combat.
It's gonna be so amazing!
What the fuck?
Yay, Atlas!
Alice, what are you doing?
You can.
Alice, you're drunk. Go home.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so amazing. All about having the babies. Something just turned off. Did we
Yep.
lose someone?
Hmm?
No, it was
No,
Necro.
you muted yourself, didn't you?
Looks like
I did.
boosted
Yeah.
characters are warlocks and druids.
No idea what you're talking about.
I think isn't Warlock's number 1?
And WoW. Well,
Oh.
yes. Boosted characters, warlocks at 12%. But boosted characters that have rated, heroic dark shaman at same level.
Hmm.
Versus all. Oh no, okay. Classes that have defeated that. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's warlocks. Most boosted character. With shamans and hunters? Basically 1, 2, 3. Warlock, shaman, hunters. Druids. Druids above hunters. Monks above mages. Priest fucking way low on that scale.
Let's float a topic.
Float a topic?
Yeah.
Alright.
Apparently, Bear Simulator is a game.
Yes, it is. So is Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
The cat simulator is the best.
I don't even. I have to go use the bathroom, so I'm going to say.
And you get to jump and just knock shit on shelves.
Listen! I have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
So I'm going to go now.
Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
All right, later.
Yep, we're leaving.
Into the show shit. You can find me on Twitter at TheBigGameOver.
I'm on Twitter as well at Janaelle5, Janaeelle, and the number 5.
Email the show at 5gamingthings@gmail.com. Is with the number 5.
Go to thegeekhole.net to reply to the poll or discussion topic and find other podcasts.
Be a part of the community. Also find us on Stitcher and give us a thumbs up right now.
I have blogs, speckintomisdirect.wordpress.com. I also have a Lord podcast at cavernsoflore.podbean.com.
And don't forget to catch our live streams whenever we do the show live at twitch.tv/5gamingthings.
Yay.
Wow. That will do.
Poontang, son! Don't forget about your poontang!